What? Why are you over there seething and staring at me? What in the fuck is going on?
I don't even know where to goddamn begin. Okay, fucking Pot Awful's exposing us. He's exposing our bots and our goddamn Patreon. We get strikes on our account and we're fucking getting beat up all over Twitter. Fucking Porcelain's turning us. Where do I even fucking begin with you?
Calm down. Listen, we don't have to go over all that stuff today, okay? Okay, we'll go over it throughout the week. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on here. There's like a time travel plot we haven't gotten around to, and the Legion of Spurgs, and the Legion of Skanks, and there's all kinds of different things going on right now. And by the way, like, don't worry so much. It's like my grandma used to say, like, you make enough mistakes and half of them end up getting swept under the rug. So, it's like I'm fucking up a lot, but I fuck up so much that people can't even keep up with how much I fuck up. So, we're probably not going to catch too much trouble for most of this.
Legion of fucking Skanks? You want to talk about that? Huh, Night Daddy? Huh? You want to talk about what's going on in Legion of Skanks? How about you watch this clip, you fucking asshole?
Jesus Christ. Calm down. I mean, I'm the one that can't take it anymore. I can't take this shit. I got cameras everywhere. They're coming after me, man. They're not even coming after you. I can't take this. All right?
Oh, you can't take it. You know what I can't take? You living on my couch for 7.5 goddamn years. This was supposed to be temporary.
Yeah, what is this fucking clip? Let's watch it.
Welcome to Legion of Skanks. I'm your host, Louis J. Gomez, the real-ass Puerto Rican rattlesnake.
What is this, the fucking Blue Room Radio?
Coming up this week, we got a very special guest, the real-ass dude of the week. He's the realest motherfucker I know, straight out of the mean streets of Florida. Please make it nice and loud for Couchy. Oh man, a couch. I feel like I'm gonna get Me Too'd over here. Good one, Jay. Hey, tell that story. Tell that story about that one time. Like that one time you went to a key party and sucked a dick. Good one, Jay. Jay, tell the story.
All right. Hickory dickory dock. One time I went to a party and sucked on a cock.
Why do all their voices sound alike?
I don't know, probably because the show's made by one guy that doesn't really have a lot of free time to like sit there and figure out how to do like a deep whispery voice for Jay.
I know, right? But like, why not just lean into it and do like a full Beaner voice for fucking Lewis? that would have been way funnier.
Hey, speaking of cocks, Louis J. Gomez over here keeps trying to pull a tape of him sucking Bob Kelly's dick off the internet. What's up with that?
Good one, Jay. Good one. You're so good at this.
Sorry. I spent too much time hanging out with you white people. I thought it was cool to be gay. And then I went back home and all my Puerto Rican friends were like calling me a fag and stuff. So now I gotta try and get it kicked off the internet or I'm not gonna be allowed to go to my grandmother's funeral. All right, are you going there to pick up some chicks or make sure they don't bury her with something you could pawn, huh? You cheap fucking Puerto Rican wetback.
Good one, Jay. Jay, you're so funny. Oh, Jay, all 2 million of our listeners are gonna love that. By the way, guys, I'm Ralph Sutton. Ralph Sutton or something. If you don't know who I am, I produce the shows here at Gas Digital. Ralph Sutton. Look me up on Reddit. It's very suspicious.
Yeah, those numbers are really suspicious. It's me, Dave Smith, and numbers, you can't trust numbers. That's why our democracy's broke. Democracy's broken. You guys believe in states' rights, right? Anybody here want to talk about the impeachment? God, no.
Oh, impeachment. What is that, like a mint? Is that what you call it when a girl queefs in your mouth?
Come on, Jay. I've seen the girls you fuck. That's more like an impediment. Yeah, you see what he did there, Dave? He tagged my joke. Yeah, collusion. You guys are colluding. You want to speak about collusion? Let's talk about this broken democracy, huh? This is why I'm a libertarian, man. Libertas till I die, motherfucker. Yeah, well, I wish you'd either leave or toss that shit out. Dick and fart jokes. That's our bread and butter, Dave. Dick and fart jokes. Now let's look at some boobs and talk to this couch.
Get him, Jay. Yeah, fucking retard. Yeah, how about you leave it to the political stuff to the politicanistas like us? All right, we're the free speech insurgents. Fucking Dave Smith, he probably doesn't even stand up for free speech the right way.
Okay, so Couchy, I understand you brutally murdered 2 e-beggars on YouTube, only to have them come back 2 episodes later. What's it like knowing that the Ross God hates you? Oh shit, son, he called you a real ass open micer. Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, say what you want about Libertas, but at least it wasn't a bunch of half-ass stories and weak-ass punchlines told with absolutely no enthusiasm. I think he's right. I think you should give this dude his money back. You suck, Lewis. Oh, I'm not real? How about when I was sniffing around Nicole Arbor's skirt, huh? That was some real-ass shit, me trying to fuck her. And how about when we pretended to get kicked out of the creek in the cave? That was some real shit. Nobody does that. Come on, you're just tugging your own pud off. I mean, what good is having a 10-inch dick if you don't use it on stage? It's like you got this big, thick, juicy cock and you use it everywhere but the bedroom. Jesus. Good one, Jay. Good
I like
one.
how
You're
Ian
so
just
funny.
does one take.
You're the funniest one, Jay. That's why we got 2 million listeners, Jay, because of you. You're the funny one, Jay. All right, well, anything else out of you before we get out of here?
Let me say hi to Don A., Alexander Octopus Cortez, and the others that are in here. I'll be on in a minute.
Well, that was weird. I hope people enjoyed that, and I guess we'll get on to the rest of this stuff on Thursday. What's going on with my eye here? My googly eye. Anyway, big surprises coming. Real big surprises.
From Chicago, where I spent all this weekend. It's Ian Ellis, everybody. Put your hands together.
There he is. Oh.
Welcome aboard, Ian.
Yeah, man. I don't have any nail clippers. I lost them in the divorce. Speaking of cunts,
Hostbuster,
so I was pussy
Sam
fucking my
Hill,
girlfriend,
you guys are being
and
summoned by me right
condom
now.
broke, and I didn't stop fucking her.
I
'cause
was
it felt really
told if
good.
I streamed tonight,
Like,
you
it's
guys would
weird,
stop
like,
by.
My penis just, like, it really likes to feel a vagina. It's weird. Does that happen to you guys? So after I came in her pussy, I made her get the morning after pill, but I didn't have her get it the morning after. I had her get it the moment after. I was like, baby, you got to go. She's like, can I finish picking the broken pieces of condom out of my vagina before we run to Walgreens, fucking Romeo? And I was like, no, bitch. And then, like, the lady at Walgreens was like, do you have any questions about the morning after pill? And she's like, what are the side effects? I don't know anything about it. You don't know anything about the morning after pill? And she was like, no, I just...
Alright, so I've been hearing about this Tim Pool guy. You know, it just tends to be people around here are just like ultra, no, I shouldn't say ultra, but they seem to be like, excuse me, very right wing. Like, I understand having conservative viewpoints and stuff like that, but I think a lot of people like try to ride it as like the edgy thing to do. And I keep hearing about this Tim Pool, so let's look at who the fuck he is. I'm gonna try to find something that's shorter than like 4 minutes. All right, so this should get us a good idea who this guy is.
When the protest started and the police came in and it was really
They say
brutal,
this is what
no one heard
Hostbusters
anything
looks
about
like.
it from local news. It was all coming through social media. In fact, one of the stations was actually airing a documentary about penguins. So this is why the symbol of the penguin with the fist in the air and the gas mask on is popping up all over the place in stencils and flyers. It's sort of like a symbol of the failures of the media. I started taking photos and videos. And then all of a sudden, journalists started coming to me and saying, "You're a really good journalist." And I was like, "Oh, is that what I'm doing? Because I'm just trying to let everyone know what's happening around me." And they're like, "Exactly."
See, I've seen him without the beanie on, and that's a bald
My name's Timothy
head.
Poole. I'm a reporter. I travel around covering hacker culture, internet
He
rights,
looks a lot
privacy,
younger
and a
with
lot
the
of
beanie on.
civil unrest.
And I guess
destroy our freedom.
I guess he goes around and he says, "Oh no, I wear the beanie so people won't recognize me." But he wears the beanie everywhere he goes.
They censor our internet, so we are the ones who have to bring that change. And that's why I get involved in politics, because I'm fucking tired of this nonsense, you know? Someone needs to stand up and change that.
I'm fascinated by how things work. I got to the point to where I knew how most of this technology worked. That made it really easy for me to say, "Oh, hey, I can figure out a better way to do this."
Yeah, Netclo, not like over at that Bleachy Boys.
What makes Vice News special
Where they censor
from where
ya.
I'm coming from and what I'm working on is going to be this mobile journalism that we're going to start rolling out. You know, I've gone upwards of 21 hours straight reporting in the field. So we're going to give you that clear window into this live breaking moment. Around 60 or so journalists have been jailed simply for doing their jobs. The number has gone down recently.
Wow,
but
Pop.
You see this reflected
Looks like I
in
stood
what
you
the
up
media covers
again.
when the protests break out.
Beta.
This is because the journalists are scared they'll end up in prison for doing their jobs. I think the most important thing for the future of news is going to be
Left you there
investigative
holding your
journalism,
dick.
which we don't see enough of, and online video documentary stuff like Vice does. There's two big things for me. The first is giving out this accurate information, telling people to the best of my ability, just here's what I saw, you know, so that we can document that for people, for history. But then it's also creating the technology to empower others to be a part of the storytelling as well. So when we look back and we have all these camera angles, we have all these citizen journalists telling this story, it's a more accurate picture of what really happened. If we want to change the world, if we want to solve the problems, then the best thing we can do is collect as much accurate information about what happens as possible.
Yeah, he seems kind of boring. I mean, not any less boring than I am right now by myself. I got 7 people watching me right now. You guys throw me some links or give me a lead here. Let's talk. What have you been up to, Don? I see that Sam Hill's back around, and I don't know. That's cool. He's got a bone to pick with me though, so that's one of the reasons I'm streaming tonight. I want to have a trial. I deserve it. I'm over here at the Pleasure Island Discord. Get in here, Don. I don't have a co-host. It's just me rambling. Oh shit. So Rdallc can come in here too, because I would love to talk to him. Rdallc got himself in a lot of trouble. He just disappeared, man. He's gone. It's like he was atomized. Cho said earlier today is like, you know, if I could ask Frank anything, I'd ask him why he reacted the way he did to Cynthia, because Cynthia was like super good to him, you know, and if anybody deserved his respect, it was her. But let's see if I got the story straight. So Frank or Cynthia was fucking around with Frank, posted something that had Frank's address and his name on it. He freaked out about it, even though he had already given out his name and address a million different times. So I don't know. And then after that, he just started saying like horrible, vile things. But this is all third hand. I haven't seen any of this. I don't know exactly what he said, but I guess it was some low shit. Maybe he just had a bad day, and I don't know. It's unfortunate. We'll miss you, Frank. What do you guys think? Do you guys Frank quit his own Discord? Oof, he's gone, man. Old Frankie 5 Angles. If he quit his own Discord, has he put out it? Let's go check out his channel, see if he's got any content up. Old Frank. So DeRosa Show LLC. I heard through the grapevine that he was trying to find a mediator to get his info, his side of things out. So like, let's see, the last thing was 4 days ago. Let's see this thing.
Hey guys,
A simpler
watch what
time.
happens when I tap on the ground with my finger. Watch this.
This is before everything went to shit. Just a man and his birds. Look at those hairy arms, man. I hope he doesn't pull a Robin Williams.
Girls are crazy.
Frankie, come back. You can blame it all on me. Da, 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 da. Oh, it's so weird doing a stream by myself. I have to do some music or something in the background, guys. This is creepy. It's way too quiet. So just bear with me while I get some music. Should I play my own stream as background music? I gotta get that royalty-free music so that I can monetize this and, you know, make my $1 million off it. What do you guys want to see? Any developments going on? Uh-oh, let's see what kind of music I'm playing. I don't know. I'm not feeling that. It makes me feel like I should be on the beach holding like a GoPro. Hey guys, just got this new camera. It has the hyper focus, the hyper smooth focus. This is me riding a bike. See how steady it is? Some success beats. I could analyze a Don A video, like a old school Don A. We could listen to some old school Don A. Should I pick through that? What'd you guys think about the Tesla truck? I actually dig it. I dig it a little bit. It's not there yet, but it's close. It's something to think about. If they're getting their specs up, man, they're getting pretty close to, you know, gasoline engine practicality. I mean, in some ways it outperforms, sure, but with the inconvenience that, you know, of recharging, you have to sit there and let it charge for a half hour at a station, and then you still got to pay for it. Oh shit, let's see here. Yeah, I think I talked about this already, actually. It's been a blur lately. Yeah, let's check this out.
So you have to be living under a rock or in the middle of nowhere like where I'm sitting to not hear about all the news regarding Tesla's Cybertruck. This truck Tesla has been teasing us with for the last 2 years, and the company finally unveiled it last week on November 21st.
Heard
I
the
was
windows
actually in
broke.
LA for the LA
Might
Auto
be a
Show. Sadly,
beta
Tesla did not
truck.
send me an invite to the actual unveiling. I was relatively exhausted after filming 19 videos.
It looks
but
weird,
since
I'm not gonna
Tesla
lie,
has unveiled the truck, I've been
The looks will grow on you, I think. Man, my computer's running loud.
Tesla or Elon Musk demonstrated how you could literally hit
See,
the
now that's
side
pretty
of this
dope
thing
to me.
with a sledgehammer, and it didn't actually damage the door because the steel of the vehicle is made of a unique high-grade steel that is for the rocket ships that Elon Musk builds for SpaceX. So this steel is very strong, and it's also
like that.
very difficult to bend and mold into certain shapes, which is why the truck has no curves. It's all basically hard angles because to actually bend the metal to make it fit, it would cost either way too much money, it would break the machines that actually do the bending work, which is why
It's
Tesla
a
had
way
to
of
go with
saving
that
money
simple design
to
because they
use
wanted
such
to
an expensive
preserve
alloy.
the strength of the material. They would have to,
And then
they
to
would
have to
had
make it-
weaken the
you'd have to
material if they
sacrifice
wanted to
the
bend it. At
integrity
least
of
that's
the
what Elon Musk
exoskeleton.
claims with the design of the truck. It also had what
You gotta
Tesla
keep
was
it
calling
tough.
armored glass. It was supposed to be bulletproof glass.
But yeah, I mean,
but
you know, it's got a
unfortunately,
tow rating of like 14,000 pounds. What else? The triple motor version comes in an all-wheel drive, and that has like a 500-mile range, depending on how you know, if you're towing something or if you got a lead foot. But man, just to not have to pay for gas anymore would be kind of amazing. And then I live in a spot where trucks rust out like a motherfucker, so that would be amazing to have shit never rust out on you.
The presentation, when the head designer at Tesla threw that glass ball at the window, it actually broke it and shattered it twice. At least the ball didn't go through, but it shattered the glass twice, which was a
Stanley,
kind
I
of
thought about that too, man. Think about
Elon Musk kind of laughed it off
think
and
about
said,
hitting somebody in that
there
thing.
could be improvements to be
the
made.
frames
So
on the
overall,
outside of the car.
The design of the truck looks weird because of the actual metal encasing it, because it's designed to be bulletproof, and because it also isn't built off of a traditional frame. Let me show you what I mean by that.
I see
with
what you
that
mean because of
2020
its
Tundra that's right behind
bulletproofness.
me. So as you can see here, this 2020 Tundra
That's a
TRD
good
Pro
point.
is about as old school as it gets when it comes to a truck, because it is the oldest truck that you can buy on the market that's brand new. It's got the traditional truck
It's a
elements
badass
here.
motherfucker,
It's got
though.
a grill in the center of the vehicle.
Let me
that
see if I
lets
can
in
find
air
a
to cool
video
that
of
big
somebody riding
5.7
around in
liter
it.
engine. It's got headlight designs which look very traditional.
My computer sounds like it's working overtime. Let's see here. Yeah, this one's pretty cool.
Market today as a standard production car. I'm not sure
This guy took a ride in it.
so
Come
far
on.
back, you can't really tell. It's kind of out of your, what we would call
Oh,
focus.
here we go. Here's like the inside. It's crazy. It's just basic. There's nothing but a computer screen.
Directly between us here. You see, we're sitting pretty far apart. That's because there's a seat between us. Oh, cool. That's where that seat is.
The fucking steering wheel is pretty ridiculous too. I could see that being a big problem. I'd get rid of that fucking thing. Luckily, this thing don't come out till 2021, so they can take everybody's input and change it.
Oh, they're gonna love that.
The triple motor version, 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. Yo, Dr. Seuss, that was a rap. What are you talking about, Don? You do not want Don A and Ham. Where's Sam at? Get Sam.
All right. Cool. Hope you guys had fun. Thanks.
So this was a unique experience. So thank you first off to Tesla for inviting me and giving me.
I saw a fucked up video the other day. You guys aren't gonna believe this. Let me find this. It's gonna take a second to find. I want to see if you guys can figure out what the fuck this was before. Alright, hold on. Sorry. Doing some prep work here. Alright. Got it. Alright, what do you think? Okay, so these people are chilling in the fucking water, okay? And all of a sudden they see like this wake. Oh shit, you can't. Okay, just make sure you can't read the title. Now, what the hell do you think that is? Spearing toward him. I mean, what do you think it is? Helen, what do you think that is? Damn it, Stanley, how'd you know? Alright, Stanley knows. Here we go. Look at that motherfucker, dude. Hippos are nothing to play with. That thing is a monster. Look at the size of that motherfucker. When you see it come by the boat, that's ridiculous, dude. Everybody thinks a fucking hippo is like this playful, like, Disney fucking character. No, no, no. A hippo will destroy you. I guess more people die from hippo attacks than saltwater crocodile attacks. And I think it's probably because, you know, you see a crocodile, you don't know shit about animals, you back the fuck up. But a hippo, you're like, oh, what are they gonna do? The way that they do that too, the way that they come out of the water like that, it's because they're so dense and so heavy that they don't even actually swim. They spend so much time in the water, but they don't even actually swim. They fucking sink. So they'll run they'll come off the bank, they'll hit the riverbed, and then they'll just keep running right along the fucking bottom of the water like Pirates of the Caribbean when they did that shit as ghosts or whatever. And then they just launch up when they find a shallow spot. Dez. What is burping her as we speak? Ride beyond with. Oh Jesus! Don actually had the kid. Congratulations, Don. That's big, man. Only 11 more to go, and then you can get that fucking reality TV series. What would that be called? Okay, so we got Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And what's their 19 Kids and Counting, but we need something with like Donnie. Too many meatballs. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we'll get the show going. It'll be great. It'll be a fucking smash hit. Oh, let's see. Oh, when do you think Don's Infant Mafia? That's a good one. It's not bad. What do you guys think we should stop fucking around with our Revenge of the Sis? Like, excuse me, I'm smoking a shitload of weed right now. Like, is it over? Should we just chill on that shit for a little while? Has it run its course? Probably not. I guess there's probably more viewers to peel off of there, but I don't know. You guys getting sick of that shit or not? You know what kind of ruined it for me was the Matt Christensen thing. It was like after that, I don't know. It was just like, wow, man. That Matt Christensen guy. Like, they can be as smarmy and, like, I guess funny as they want to be. But even armed with those talents, I guess, against somebody who's just got facts and common sense and calls you out for your bullshit, it didn't stand the test, man. They got beat up bad by him. It was not a good look. Oh, let's see. Should we check out... Yeah, let's get into that playlist that I made a little while ago. While I do something else off screen. Hey, what you doing, little Don Jr.? Come on, I told you, no dessert till you eat your meat. Meatballs, ayy. Love it, man. This is the Click Solo Show. Solo.
I have Scrib as a friend already before.
Then I'm gonna go into my playlist. What's this? Let's see what this is. Speaking of Revenge, this is.
So we're in? Are we in for the Loomer campaign?
I'm in. I'm all in.
All right, guys. You heard that. Officially endorsed by
I'm
ROTC.
unironically in. Like, I know that sounds like, oh, no, I'm in. I'm all in with that because at this point, what's the point?
Laura Loomer, what's the point?
Seriously, that's my campaign slogan. Vote for Laura Loomer. What's the point anymore?
Why bother trying?
Yeah. Vote for Laura Loomer 2020 because we need content.
All right, guys. Thank you for... Well, vote for Laura Loomer because the Trump Towers need residents. All right, guys. Thank you for listening. We will be back in a week.
Yes.
We will be back in more than a week, actually. We'll be back not this Friday, but next week, Friday.
Yeah, sorry. I'm finally taking off.
He's taking off. I'm taking a little break. I will be cutting up clips. Nightwave will be on, though. I'm not doing a show. So you doing Nightwave tonight?
Yeah. Well, I'll probably do like a Rush stream. Well, it's my day off. I wouldn't do a Nightwave on a Wednesday.
I don't know why you took it so personal. I was just making fun of you.
Because some of these fucks are, Russ, yeah, then just go. Come back another time.
And Daywave, 10 a.m., youtube.com/Daywave Radio. Like I said, ROTC will be back next week, Friday. I'm trying to cut up a bunch of clips and put a bunch of different stuff up for you guys to keep you entertained. And there will be live streams from the Daywave channel, youtube.com/Daywave Radio, from the Nightwave channel, Nightwave Radio on YouTube. So there's a whole bunch of ways that we'll try to keep you entertained. Thank you, everybody, for listening this week. Become a patron. Why not? Patreon.com/We're Not Sorry. Now's a great time to sign up. You get the first of 250 episodes for those that want to watch some stuff while we're gone for a little more than a week. We will be back, though.
All right, so if you missed that, what happens is Royce takes a little shot there.
Finally taking off.
He's taking off. I'm taking a little break. I will be cutting up clips. Nightwave will be
Now, what do you think the tension was here, guys, in chat?
on, though. I'm not doing a show. So you doing Nightwave tonight?
Watch. He just asked. He said, I'm not doing a show. Are you doing a Nightwave tonight?
Yeah. Well, I'll probably do like a Rush stream.
So he's like, oh, I'll probably do a Rush stream. I'll see, like, if you look at Royce's eyes right now, or Royce's eyes, that did not please him. He's already thinking, all right, I'm going to take a shot at this motherfucker. And then right there, the flames went, and he was like, I forgot that the guy that I'm fucking doing this to, is my broski. He's taking a shot at me, and I'm gonna take a shot at him like I would somebody in the chat.
Well, it's my day off. I wouldn't do a Nightwave on a Wednesday.
I don't know why tickets are.
And then Royce picks up on the hostility, like, bro, whoa, chill out, man.
Personal, I'm just making fun of you.
Because some of these fucks are, Russ, yeah, then just go. Come back another time.
And Daywave, 10 a.m.
These fucks, these people who watch your show, man, and donate money to you, bro. And then you can see, like, if you look at the, he just is really turned off by the whole situation now. He's like, fuck, man, that was awkward as hell. And as you know, I love awkward shit.
YouTube.com/Daywave Radio. Like I said, ROTC will be back next week, Friday. I'm trying to cut up a bunch of clips and put a bunch of different stuff up for you guys to keep you entertained. And there will be live streams from the Daywave channel, YouTube.com/Daywave Radio, from the Nightwave channel, Nightwave Radio on YouTube. So there's a whole bunch of ways that we'll try to keep you entertained. Thank you, everybody, for listening this week. Become a patron. Why not? Patreon.com/We're Not Sorry. Now's a great time to sign up. You get the first of 250 episodes for those that want to watch some stuff while we're gone.
It's an injustice that this only has 95 views.
Hello? Yes? Who are you trying to reach? What number are you trying to reach? Well, I think you have the wrong number. It happens. Take it easy.
Fuck you.
Hello?
Girl takes 3 cocks.
They've got 900 numbers for that. See ya. Listen, asshole!
You can't keep coming out, keep smashing you one-legged, fat, ugly, 50-year-old cunt.
Yeah. Is this some kind of joke?
Fuck
I am
you.
very happy
Hope
to have
you
a fun
die.
play.
Can you see me?
What do you want?
Short-haired, ugly, white cunt. Do the worm right now, bitch.
Who's there? Who's there? I'm calling the police.
Victory loves company. Why are everybody be as miserable as you? Shut up, cunt. You know you're claiming right now you live in $1 million house, right?
I do have a boyfriend, and he'll be here any second, so your ass better be good. I swear. He's big and he plays football, and he'll kick the shit out of you!
Is it? Are we gonna tell yourself?
So you better just leave.
What are you talking about? You lost, bitch. I hope you die. Sorry, bitch. You're the biggest loser cunt ever.
Name of 10 years, 11 years ago.
Call me a doctor. Yeah,
all right, so
Catherine Nan-
Take your fucking
shitty fucking fedora and go eat a dick.
This is Channels Television's breaking news.
My money I make is off my main channel. I have a main. That's where my money is made. Donations and you niggas the channel shit is fine. It's good, but this is my backup channel. This is my backup channel. Never forget that. Hold on. But we're about to go into Christmas time, by the way. Christmas time,
Baby.
November, December, best ad revenue time.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the great Hostbuster on my show. What's going on, man?
Fuck yeah. I didn't even know that was you, Clicky. That was you? That wasn't your fucking hired Puerto Rican friend?
No, that was my Joe Booney impression.
Joe Booney. Hell yeah. How does he fit into all of this? Because I hear people talking about him all the time, but I've never gotten a chance to speak to the guy.
Well, see, this is the deal about Joe Booney. Joe Booney was somehow the CEO found Joe Booney, and they kind of like did a fool's watch on him, but fell in love with him. But I'm not sure how they know him. I think they know him through a cousin of either the CEO or Lane knows them somehow. I'm not sure. That's a mystery still.
So they wanted to goof on him, but they fell in love with the sweet little guy?
Exactly. And then they still kind of do goof on him, just like everybody goofs on each other. Nothing too bad, you know? All innocent goofs.
110%. I get what you're saying. So, what is Sam saying he wants to come in here and tell you?
I'm here, man. I'm here.
What's up,
Take it
bro?
a devil. How are you?
Okay, HB. Okay, HB. I don't know if Click wants to hear this. If he wants to hear why I'm upset with him, or you want to hear this, Click, or you don't want to hear this, man. You're not ready.
Can I just guess what you're gonna say first before you say it?
Oh man, you can't.
Well, I think you're gonna say that I don't offend you like I should. That you are nothing but loyal to me. Then that I'm disloyal. Another thing will be that I am that I make jokes. But other than that, I don't think you're gonna find anything malicious in my character.
Wrong.
Well, let's hear it then.
Okay,
I hope we have some game show segments.
Now, chat.
Go
I
ahead.
respect
You
the
know
chat.
what?
Chat. If
I
he's
respect
wrong, you let him
Sam,
know.
so I'm gonna hop
All right. If he's wrong about me, you let him know in the chat. All right, give it to me, Sammy.
I respect the chat. What is the chat saying now?
Oh, Don A in the chat is saying, "Give it to me." That's something Sam's wife has never said to him.
Man, she's gonna say it tonight because I went shopping with her. But okay, Hostbusters, he's wrong. Click is wrong. Click is wrong. So Click, let me set this up a little bit, man. Let me set this up.
Oh,
so
shit.
Click.
Okay.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Sam, what about keeping it quick? Remember?
All right, you can set it up. Take your time. We got all night.
Click.
Go ahead.
Okay. What HP?
Sam, you're doing a great job. I'm just teasing here. Let's have some fun. Let it rip.
Okay, well, that's gonna be fun for me. It's gonna be fun for you, but I don't want it fun for Click. So watch this, HP. I'm gonna set him up. I'm gonna set him up and then deliver. Okay, Click. Now, Click. You haven't talked much about your woman or loved ones, and I think you're right based on what happened to my wife. But hey, man, you have women in your life you love, whether it's your mom or a wife or someone, right?
Right, but even
Say
maybe
yes.
a man even.
Maybe a man? Are you
Sam's
saying
brain's gonna explode.
you, you know, HB, last time I was on the show, Click kept talking about wanting me to put my hands in my nutsack, and he's talking
I don't
about
remember
cock.
that. I think he's lying
In
right
your
now.
nutsack? Like
That's
he
fake
wanted you to
news.
surgically make a hole and stick his hands inside your nutsack?
Or like, or put your fingers or like your balls around your finger, something like that. I don't know. No, this is what I wanted to do, Hostbuster. So let's be honest here, Sam. If we're gonna be truthful here, I wanted you to stick your fingers between your nutsack and your leg, and sniff it and see if you were fresh. But I can't remember why. There was a context to that.
And there's no why.
Yeah.
Maybe
Everything sounds crazy out of context. Come on.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sure
know
there
there
was a totally normal, totally explainable context to all of this.
Don says Sam's selective memory is feminine.
Okay, man, I didn't come on here and talk about cocks. I'm on here and I'm talking to Click, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, there is no context. He says, Sam Hill, I want you to take your fingers and put it on your nutsack.
Well, see, that's funny. That's funny to me. I'm immature, Sam. I don't know what to tell you, man. Ugh.
That's gay to me.
It's not gay. I'm not doing it.
There's something I'd have to say to Sam. Would you agree with this, that jokes are never funny?
Well, some jokes are never funny when they come from me. Usually they are. When they come from you, usually they are.
Do you really think it's crossing the line for him to make some joke about a nutsack? Does that go way off the rails for you?
Man, that's crossing the heterosexual line. That's not crossing the maybe Click homosexual like line, man. But I get talking with him, and out of nowhere, he's talking about my ball sack. He's talking about cocks. He's talking about cocks. But really, I wanted to kind of go after him on something else.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Continue. I'll allow it.
Okay, so you'll allow it. You better allow it, man, because I'm going to smash you with the truth. So anyway, HB, now we all have loved ones, and chat, a lot of you have wives and women, and some of you, like maybe Righteous J, have no women, have no pussy. But there's
that's true.
He fucked cheese.
I heard cheese. I heard he put some fucking Swiss holes in that cheese.
Swiss holes.
See, he does have jokes.
He put something in one hole of hers, man. But
that's right. So why are you saying he's not getting laid if you know he is?
I don't know. If I had a show with him, I'd ask him. But, nobody ever came out and asked him if he was getting laid. Now, after she was on, he was smiling a lot,
Yeah. After she was on his dick?
Well, I hope his dick was kind of on top of her. But anyway, HB,
I wasn't watching. I didn't know. So.
I wanted to give it. I wanted to bring this up to Click because he messed up, man. He disrespected me, and I've been wanting to confront him, and we'll see what chat thinks. So you still there, Click?
I'm here, man. I'm a little nervous.
Well, man. You shouldn't be nervous about apologizing. I will expect it, so let me set it up. Let me set it up here, Clicky, so that...
Okay, go ahead.
See, my timing's getting better, huh?
Go.
Okay, Clicky. Obviously, we all have people we care about. We all have. Most of us have women we love. You mentioned it. Hostbusters. He has a woman he loves. He doesn't bring her up, and I don't think he should, based on what happened to my wife. Anyway, I'll get on with it.
I don't know what happened to your wife. I hope she's okay.
Yeah, man. This is what happened to my wife. She came on and she sang a spiritual song called Hallelujah. Hallelujah, man. And all of a sudden, people were calling her a prostitute. People were calling her a hooker.
I don't care.
Not me. Never did I call her a hooker or a prostitute.
Okay, folks, chat, I hope you listen because here comes the truth. He didn't click. This is clickbait. This is his show. This man did not call my wife a hooker or a prostitute. He got on with another man and they were talking about skull fucking my wife.
Not
Now,
me.
click.
No, I was reacting to what Ross said. I think Ross said he was going to skull fuck your wife to death, right? Wasn't that what was going on? But you and Ross already made up.
Ross is cool because there are other people involved that kind of set him up, and he's cool. And we've been fighting since Discord, but we do good work together, and he's a decent man. But anyway, notice, folks, he kind of got away from his own taking responsibility. Click, you little fucker, you were joking about skull fucking my wife. Were you not, sir?
Let me put the context to it. Remember context? So I said, wow, that's fucked up because skull fucking, you'd really have to, like, you'd be fucking, like, the head until the brain matter was flying out. So I was reacting to something that somebody had already said and targeted your wife, yes. But I did not. I suppose I added levity. How about that? I don't know. I didn't know what to say, Sam. You got me. I apologize.
Dane has a good point, though. He says that skull fucking is so 2015. I agree.
Yeah, what I do is I take my dick and I wrap it around their throat like a Garrett wire. I choke them fuckers in the back of a Cadillac.
Grow up, Sam. It's just words.
Sam, where'd you go?
If somebody skull fucked her with a condom, would that be a different story? In a respectful way between friends.
Man, so...
And I just burned the sand bridge.
No, you didn't burn the bridge, man. You're the one man who stuck up for me, and I don't report people. And Ross is cool, and I even talked to Bellin, but I do have a hate stalker. And I didn't report him, and he said vile things about me, and he followed me around, and he's definitely a hate stalker, and he's unstable, and I kept waiting for people to stick up and say, no, man, this hate stalker is wrong. Clickbait never did that.
Yeah, but you know that I'm not involved as much as a lot of other people are. You know that. Not nearly as much as you are.
Oh man, Click is weaseling out of responsibility.
How do you respond to these accusations?
I would say I've responded to a few. Now, Sam Hill, why did you take a leave of absence? Where have you been, you fucking little weasel? Why did you get exiled several times out of several different communities? Can so many people be wrong? Except for me. I have not.
Can so many
Says something,
people...
doesn't it, Sam? Says something about my character, doesn't it?
Yeah, man, it doesn't say a lot of good things. A lot of people can be wrong all the time.
You're banned. Good night.
like Chat Fours, like Tom sticks up, like Pug, Pound Road Pug sticks up, and Alexander Octopus Cortez sticks up, and Clear Foss sticks up for me, and Clickbait don't.
Oh, sure
Would
I
you
do.
say that he's a clickbaiter?
He's a clickbait.
I just had to throw that out there because fucking.
I'm a master beta. That's what I am.
Are you gonna buy that truck?
Maybe in a few. I don't know. I'll have to really investigate the whole situation. It's I mean, it's super convenient. Electricity. I mean, gas is huge. That costs. I mean, that's a huge cost of just living. Period. Yeah, you still got to pay to charge that damn thing, but it's nothing. It's hardly anything. You go grab a bite to eat, and you pay, I think, like probably $11 or something like that, and it's charged. So it's not that big of a deal, and that'll get you 500 miles. So I don't know, man. It's pretty convincing, and to have think about all the. I don't know if you guys know anything about cars, but like just what it takes for you to get heat in your car, in the cabin of your car, is so many mechanisms working together. You know, it deals with your heating, your your antifreeze has to run through your heater core and shit like that, and it's ridiculous. That's like so if you get if you get low antifreeze, you lose your heat. It's retarded. So that, I mean, just
retarded.
That fact alone, like things being simplified like that, I feel like their car, like it won't break down that much.
Simplified like that.
What, Sam?
Come on, sir.
What are you doing?
What are you doing over there, Sam? We're talking about trucks here, Sam. We're talking about manly shit. An alpha like you ought to have something to say.
I see. I'm waiting for Clicky to apologize, and he's always going after me. And okay,
I think it's not clear what you want him to apologize for, though.
I think you kind of did apologize, and you did kind of crawl on your knees a little bit there, Click, because you can't defend calling my wife talking about laughing about skull fucking. So that's true, right, Click? We can go on and we can talk about antifreeze and how much energy it takes to get into a heater. All these fascinating things only on Clickbait, right? Clickbait.
I am sorry, Sam.
Wait, what?
This is called a dead air.
You've made him fall asleep, Sam.
Yeah.
One thing we want to do is keep viewers when we're doing our show. Not make them fall asleep.
Okay,
and not attack them.
Let's get back to talking about antifreeze.
Oh. Well, there's
No,
a
we
lot
can.
of brands out there.
No, Hostbuster. Let's just let Sam. Let's just let Sam talk about the interesting stuff that he talks about by himself for a second. You got the whole show, bud.
Okay, so this thing with Trump, it's kind of complicated because it's obvious he kind of messes up, he kind of fucks up, he thinks about himself, and I'm thinking, well, like he obviously did some wrong things, and then I'm talking to another guy, and he says, it's not that simple. It's not that simple, folks, because look at what other presidents did. Which is worse? Slinking around like little Trump, trying to get advantage, or what was that?
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, that was bad. So now look at someone like George Bush, and he claims to be not a truthful guy, and he got us into Iraq. So this Trump thing is not so easy. Is he corrupt? But who isn't corrupt in our political system? What presidents haven't been corrupt?
Okay, so your edgy thing is like your like position. The enlightenment that you're gonna put on everybody is like a headline that anybody could snag off of fucking Yahoo News about Trump. Yeah, my genius monologue about antifreeze was not enough to suffice your need for information.
No.
Cocksucker.
Subsub.
Now you owe me an apology, you motherfucker.
Hello, no homo.
Oh no, is that Kenny? Hello, Kenny. I'm gonna be on Kenny's show on Saturday, and tomorrow I'm gonna be with the great Hostbusters. Are you still awake there, partner?
That's right. I'm right here, Sam. I just I heard you had some important things to say about George Bush, so I'll let you take the floor.
I just, I want to keep it real, and we're always.
No, you don't. No, you don't. That's where you're wrong. No, you don't. Let's call you out on a few things, Sam.
Okay,
You don't want to
go
keep things
ahead.
real.
And HB can add on to this. Go.
You don't keep things real.
I do, man.
Let's just say I know you don't keep things real. I have information.
Okay. Hey, HB.
I'm just kidding, Sam. I'm teasing. but for real, you're smarter than you come off. You're super passive aggressive. And then when people respond to that passive aggressiveness, rather than brush it off as like, oh, that's he's just quirky, you take offense to that. But I know people know when you're taking shots at them, man. They're not ignorant. Well, some people are. Go.
Who's quirky, man? Who are you talking about there?
I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, Kenny, what are you up to? Hello, Kenny. Kenny. All right, whatever.
Well, this isn't going anywhere, is
Did
it?
you just come here to say hi and then leave?
Yeah, he's
homo.
in here still, but he's
Why is he saying no homo all the time? Isn't he gay?
Yeah, where did you get that from, anyway? No homo.
I got it from the tapes.
Tapes. What are the tapes? Sounds
the
so
Sam Hill tapes.
Pops.
Sam, why do you feel the need to let everybody know that they don't have enough sex?
That's a good question.
Yeah, that is not a good question.
It's actually a great question.
It is, I agree. Majority rules.
Yeah, man, Hostbusters and me, I dig that guy. He's funny, but I'm gonna disagree with him on the show. And what do you mean by that, Hostbusters? I try to help people.
I see. So you were trying to help Righteous Jay get laid. You weren't trying to humiliate him on air, right?
That's a good question.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about, Sam.
Let me ask you something there. Hostbusters, how did I get that information that homosexual like man, even though he's a cool guy, I like him, hasn't had sex in 6 years? Where do you think I heard that from?
I'm guessing you asked him.
It's a bad guess. No, he talked about it. He talked over, and we had a show called Disorder. Righteous Jay was actually my first co-host. Did you know that?
Yes.
I did not know that.
You did tell me.
Well, Sam, wouldn't you agree that what people criticize other people for the most, that's what they value the most?
What does that mean there, sir?
I'm saying that it shows your value system that if you do talk about that a lot, that's something you find important.
Hostbusters, it's been 4 years since you had sex. Or 6
Which it
years.
is important. I
mean, what is Kenny's
if we're being
question?
honest.
His question. You said, Hostbusters, you haven't had sex in 4 years?
Yeah, my girlfriend, she's just, too busy talking to the milkman. I don't know what Kenny's fucking talking about.
No, Sam said first.
I didn't say. first. But let me get back. Well, first of all, Hostbuster doesn't talk about his girlfriend, but I'm sure she's.
What do you want to know? Double D's, 36 double D's? I know you were meaning to ask.
What kind of? Well, if you want to answer, can you describe her a little bit? Is she pretty? Does she have nice boobies? Does she have a nice ballroom? How many times of sex do you have a week? How do you meet her? What's she like? Go.
That's a lot of questions there, Sam. Wait, what's the first question?
What does she look like?
She's 5'2", got nice breasts, nice tits. You know, from Israel, not Jewish, Catholic. Although everybody assumes. Exotic. I don't know what other words you want me to use, but.
Is she like a Palestinian Arab kind of person there?
Israeli. Born in America. But conceived in Israel.
That's kind of interesting. Now, let's get back to the important stuff. So, you said she has nice boobies. What is she small? Is she medium boobies? Does she have big boobies? And how's her butt?
I would say on the big side, double D, sometimes triple D, depending on the time of year.
She gets milky.
Do they guys shrivel up a little bit in winter time and those little nips?
No, I would say it stays a nice hefty size.
Depends on
Hefty,
how
maybe
much
not the
milk
most
Hostbuster drinks. If he gets thirsty or not.
I like to get a nice gallon out of there every morning. Start my day. What else do you want to know?
Well, Quick, I've tried a milk from a woman's breast before.
Not purposefully, though. That didn't happen on
Was
purpose.
it a turn on?
Sam?
Yeah, it was kind of, I don't know about a turn on. It was kind of a little sour. Did you ever try that there, Click and HB?
No comment. I plead the fifth on that one.
When I
Use
was
your
a young
imagination.
boy, sure. Well, fucking my wife, but he pleads the fifth about.
I've taken a white shower before with titty milk. I'm into that thing. I'm into that type of shit.
Get that. Is this a first? Did we know that about you before, Click?
Nah, I've never really talked about it before.
So, what do you call it? A white shower?
Yeah.
Is this your lingo or is this what they call it?
There might be a community out there. I don't know. I've never looked into it. But we call it the utter gutter.
I mean, was your woman pregnant, and how did that happen? Tell us about the white shower.
Well, my wife is 6'7". She's a Polish woman.
Polish woman.
Straight from Poland.
Of course.
Polish Jew.
Yeah, that's what Polish women are, man. They're straight from Poland, I guess, if they're Polish women.
She was she was chased out of her village. She took safety, in my home. It was one of those 90-day deals. But we love each other. And that's all that really matters.
But tell us about the white shower. Was she pregnant, and did she squirt the milk all over the place? Did you drink the milk? Did you spit it out? Was it sour? Tell us about the white shower experience.
So I milked her. I bent her over and I milked her titties like a cow into a metal bucket, and then I took that and I took a turkey baster and squirted it all the way up my ass, and I shit that out on like a slip and slide, and then we'd go like naked up and down it on the fucking hallway, dude. It was like the biggest. It was one of the best times of my life, I'll be honest, Sam. Sam?
You had to ruin that imagery for me, man. She was bent over and you were milking her, and then you had to take it to the asshole.
And the turkey baster. All right.
Yeah, man, it was sounding pretty good, but HB, what is your white shower experience? You drank that milk there, right, sir?
Oh no, I thought this dick was a titty.
He's imitating HB. HB.
He's just not there.
HB.
He's smoking a cig. I think.
Oh man, he's muted, isn't he? I hope I didn't do anything or say anything wrong.
You may have offended him just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Wonder what I said.
You intimidated him. He probably got all horned up. Listen to that. Went to go take it out. Went to go work your way.
Good. I don't mean to be out of line here, but my brain was kind of getting turned on when you were talking about, your wife and excuse me, sir. What are her boobies like? There, click.
36 double D. That's the truth.
Oh.
That's the truth. But she says they're sensitive, so I barely get to touch them. Isn't that sad?
Yeah, that's very sad.
Thanks, that's Santa meat.
That is sad to me that your woman and you've confided to the chat and us that she has this beautiful big breast and she.
Oh, okay. Keep going, man. All right, keep going for real.
And there they are to be touched and to be stimulated orally and.
Yeah,
that's so laughing.
It's sorry. It is. It's just funny to me.
It's sad to me, man, that she doesn't.
Because listen, Sam. If I say, Sam, you talk to me about your wife's small Asian breasts and her firm nipples. Like, you think about it, and it's kind of funny. It's comical, right?
It's erotic to me, man. She's got those beautiful. My wife got those perfectly
B or C's.
Probably B's. I don't even know her exact bra size. I probably should.
Brown, brownish black nipples or pink nipples, Sam?
No, they're pinkish, man, but they're kind of brownish. The skin. What? Boy, Hostbusters. I hope he's okay, man. I hope we still have that show there. What did you do to us there, Click?
He probably finally took the next step and shot that fucking Robitussin right into his veins. You might not have a host.
Oh man, he's my last pitch, man. There might not be a show tomorrow. I hope he comes back on. We should have kept
guys. So I'm gonna say goodbye.
Yeah, who cares, Kenny? Fuck off. Goodbye, Kenny. We don't need to hear that. He comes on to tell us he's leaving.
Who is Ian Ellis, Kenny?
He's a very funny comic.
The answer is, who gives a flying fuck?
Okay.
I'll start destroying shit. All right, bye.
Ian Ellis cares, but okay, I'm watching him. I hope the Hostbusters comes back on there. Click it. If not, it's your fault.
Yeah, that's okay. I can deal with that guilt. I've dealt with worse.
You dealt with more? What have you dealt with, sir, besides having a beautiful woman there with those big boobies? And it's frustrating because you want to touch them, and you take your hands out there, and she says, they hurt.
I can't deal with you, Sam. It's true. This is all true. Well, it is frustrating. Do you think? Let me ask you for advice. Do you think I should just grab him anyway?
Wow. What would she would she be bothered by that? I mean, how do you know she doesn't like them touched? Has she
She'd
probably
slap
she's
my
probably-
hand away. She'd slap my hand away. Not slap, but kind of push it away. Like, no. Should I proceed at that point, though?
I don't think so. If she doesn't want you to,
Like the
What do you
rapey
think?
skunk in the Looney Tunes cartoons? This is Pepe Le Pew. Just chase after her a bit.
when I was watching that as a little kid, the word rape never came in my mind.
Well, let's
I'm
take a
just
look
wa-
at it while we talk about this titty subject. Because, was this Pepe Le Pew?
Pepe Le Pew, he's a skunk. He talks. He's a French accent. Pepe Le Pew.
All right, let's see this little rapey skunk.
From your pillow to the shadow of a willow tree and tiptoe dans les tulips avec moi. Bonjour, Monsieur Frog.
Okay, here we go.
You are a girl, I am a boy.
Now, see, the look on... That's a Me Too moment right there.
Yeah, I hope they're adult, too. Now, I hope they're adult.
In common, darling. May I call you darling?
And what makes it worse is he's French, so, like, we automatically think of French as, like, rapey people. I think back then, as a society, we did.
I don't think we're watching Pepe Le Pew. I don't think we're thinking rape. Maybe nowadays in this un-PC world, I thought he was kind of cool, you know?
Guess what? Wendy is your it's like your demographic, Sam. She says you're killing her right now. She can't take it.
Sir, Wendy is my demographic. Is that what you're saying there, Click?
I think she's like a huge fan of yours now.
Oh man, someone I like now. I made peace. I told Wendy to every time I show up to say something negative. Wendy's no fan of me, but I kind of like Wendy. But let's get back to your insult to me. And Wendy's fine, man, but you're categorizing my demographic as basically mentally challenged. Is that what you're saying there, Click?
Well,
are you in the chat? What is the chat? Why aren't you respecting the chat? Why aren't you looking?
Honestly,
and talking
Sam, what I meant was women 35 to 45. But if you wanted to categorize her only in those terms, you could go ahead and do that.
See, folks, he's bullshitting. He's bullshitting. He got that little insult. That's not what he meant. We all know what he meant. And he still hasn't brought up the chat. He still isn't talking about the chat. What are the chats saying there, sir?
This conversation spiraled from me checking on chat, sir. And if you want to check on chat.
Are they saying...
Very
Shout 'em out, man.
astute. Hello, goo people, Beetlejuice says. Dane says, Sam's not bad for a drunkard.
Hey, wait. Who said that?
Dane.
Hey.
Backhanded
Don-
compliment.
That backhanded and forehanded and swatting and hitting and Donnie, I thought we made peace. And can we talk about Donnie there, Click?
Absolutely. That's what he's here for.
You know, I feel bad and I want Click to go on the record and I'm going to get serious because I made a mistake regarding Don A. I dig the CEO. Even though he's gotten kind of soft-dicked. CEO used to be hard, man. And me and Pug and Chat Force dug that man. But anyway, what CEO did wrong was he brought up people's kids. He brought up his kids, and that's probably even worse than joking about skull fucking a wife. Maybe. Maybe
I'm
it's
gonna
not
go on the
worse.
record right now and say I don't like it when people fuck with kids. There. I said
I
it.
don't think that's very controversial, courageous.
I know. That's my point. It's like obviously, but I don't know. He knows that, and he still does it, and still like he doubles
There you
down.
go.
That's his biggest problem, in my opinion. Is if he had an ounce of forgiveness for the vile shit, like I mean, I hate to keep bringing up this dumb subject, but there's so many other things you can go after Don for, and you could do that and be totally within your rights. But to do that, it's just weak sauce in my opinion. And CEO is better than that, and he knows that. But I don't know. He really hates Don for some reason. Maybe he's got to act like that. I feel like he'd have to have some fucking reason that I don't know about. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense.
Let me try to give you some reason why he might hate or dislike Dawn. So CEO, is he financially stable? Does he have any bucks? Does he have any money?
Doesn't sound like it. He said he's got a plan, I guess. But Bellin said that his problem is that he gets anxiety about going back to the first day of work. So he's got a problem with like anxiety and work. But I don't know. I get anxiety when I don't work. Right?
Well, maybe if your woman let you have your sexual release with her instead of not
All right.
you.
You're getting off topic here. We can talk about that at another time. No doubt. We already did, but
We have your rules. We have your structure.
that's right. We do. That's right. We do. So what were we talking about? I can listen. You're like the phoenix, Sam. You're like a wild beast. With my help, we can do great things. But I got to keep you in line here.
Yeah, you're gonna keep me in line.
You're like fusion energy. You have a lot of energy. You're strong.
Energy.
But I'm the conduit. I focus that energy.
You're a condom twat. So what is fusion?
All right, so no, you said something about CEO. Does he have a job? No, I don't think he does. I think he's working on that, but he's got mental problems.
Is Don A financially prosperous?
It appears so. The man owns at least 5 businesses.
Let's continue with this. Just follow along. Just
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Follow my higher IQ points than you.
Okay.
So, sir, we're talking about why he might not like Dawn, and you might think of the word jealousy, and you might be right. So does Dawn? He just had a baby, man. So let's presume that Dawn has sexual relations, and his woman probably doesn't push him off like some people. Would that be correct, there, Clicky?
Well, possibly. What I've heard is that he'd rather just pay for it. He likes to get rub and tugs. And Don is a successful businessman, and I think, in my opinion, I feel like a lot of people on here, they find some character flaw in somebody or what they think is a character flaw, and then they attribute it to somebody in real life that they actually hate or despise, and it kind of almost becomes an avatar or a scapegoat for them to attack that type of person. They feel like they're getting justice in their real life. I don't know. That's what I feel like. I feel like that's why people do that kind of shit on here. I might be wrong. What do you think?
Me on that, man. I think you were kind of rambling away, but let's go back.
Oh, you couldn't follow that?
No, I couldn't follow that. Maybe chat does. I noticed you still didn't shout out chat. I have a high IQ, higher than yours, sir. You're a smart guy, but you didn't display it in that kind of rambling mess of a paragraph. Anyway, no offense there, Click. I wanted to get back because this issue is about crossing boundaries, and we all agreed not to talk about kids and wives. So your question was, well, why does now the softer prick CEO go out? Why does he dislike Dawn? And I'm trying
No, I
to
don't.
get
That doesn't bother me. He can dislike Don. That don't bother me.
What does? Well, you asked why he hates Dawn, and I think
No,
it's
I
pretty
didn't.
obvious. I'll be quicker. Dawn has money. Dawn is prosperous. Dawn works out. Dawn has a family. And then look at CEO. CEO isn't prosperous. CEO doesn't have a family. CEO hasn't had sex in weeks, months, years.
Yet.
So what does he do? He's passive aggressive, and instead of taking Dawn on like I do when I take Dawn on, we argue back and forth, and instead of taking Dawn as a man, he goes after a child, an innocent child, and it was wrong of me to try to defend him, and okay,
It was wrong
he
of you.
goes on.
You're right. It was wrong. Why did you do that?
That you agree with. The one time I'm wrong, you agree
I'm agreeing with
me,
you.
but
I'm agreeing with you. You just said that you were wrong for that, but why did you do that? That seems out of character for you to do something to support somebody who would do something to hurt children. Like, why? What made you support him?
out of character. You this last year said I had no character. You called me a troll. You called me a fake. You said
No, come on. I
don't
let
have-
you beat me up. I let you beat me up enough tonight. Now I'm asking you a question. You said I supported him and that was wrong, but why at the time? You knew that was wrong at the time, but why did you openly support him, like against Dane? Because he hung up on you in a phone call or something like that?
Okay, this is a really good question, and this is why people like Click have gone after me, because when you like someone, you tend to take their point of view, and when they don't like you and you like them, like you take up their point of view. So when someone does something wrong against me, Click, like say they're going to go after my address, they're going to try to find my address, rather than stand up, Click, rather than stand up and say it's wrong because you like that hater, you don't say anything. So yeah, I like CO, and I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and I did wrong, I should have stood up, which I finally did. And when CEO starts to go into that thing against Don or his kids or anyone's woman, we need to stand up, Chad, and viewers, and you too, Click, and I was wrong, and I apologize to Don.
See, but I've framed it this way, Sam. Like, I agree with everything you just said. I agree, but if you were to take that one thing that he did right there out, he wouldn't be a bad person. No, it's not a small thing. You're right. But if you were to take that out, it's almost like he's doing it. He's doing it for the attention that it gets. You know what I'm saying? It's like almost like he doesn't really feel the way he says he does. He says, "Oh, I want Don's whole family dead." There's no way he actually wants that. That's like fucked up shit, right? Like, I mean, you'd have to be a psychotic person.
Hitler didn't mean it. No one's bad. You're an appeaser there.
No, I'm asking, do you think if he actually wants people to be dead, don't you think that he's a psychotic person, though?
We've changed the subject, but I think he doesn't like imperfection. I think he doesn't. He has that black and white thinking, probably because he doesn't like that in himself. He doesn't like the imperfections in himself, because you know what, man? Really happy people, really together people are tolerant people, and they might look at a disadvantaged or handicapped child and say, you know, that is an opportunity. That handicapped child is an opportunity to bring a family together. And I worked with some of those children, and they're fun and they're fun and they're laughing, but he can't see that because I don't think he likes himself too much. And this goes back to people. Who should you trust? Who should you trust? I always trust happy people. I always trust happy people because happy people aren't jealous. Happy people aren't jealous. What do you think there, sir?
What do you mean? Do I trust happy people? I guess trust is earned. I kind of trust everybody at like, not a lot, not 100%. Everybody starts out at about 50% trust until I get to know them. You know what I mean? Like, because you can't just trust somebody right off the bat 100% and then let it go down. But you can't just not trust anybody. So you kind of got to come at them and be like, okay, you're at like a pH level of 0 with me right now. You're not acidic and you're not a base. So
not acidic, like acidic juice. Sure. His words, man. He says fusion. He says acidic. That's a pretty good vocabulary. I just wonder if you put those fancy words out there on purpose.
No, but I don't not put them out there in fear that I would be perceived as pretentious. Right?
Oh no, you just said. What I'm saying is, it does sound kind of pretentious, don't you think?
Yeah, but if I hit it, then that would be me assuming that you don't have a good vocabulary, or that the listening audience couldn't ascertain exactly what I meant. You know what I mean?
No, that's a false presumption. Why would you presume such a thing? You know, here's the thing about Click, and I dig the Click, but he says things in such an authoritative way. The way he says things in that deep voice of his, he sounds like a professor, and much of the time, it's bullshit.
That's okay. At least I'm good. Hey, look at it this way. I'll put it to you this way, Sam. Let's say I was the best professor ever, but I wasn't very convincing. But I'm a bullshitter, and I'm super convincing. Wouldn't that get me further?
Yes.
Bullshitting makes the world go around. There's no way you can know it.
Let's be honest. No. The way up the ladder is two ways. You can be extraordinarily talented where they have to take you. That's kind of like my model, right? Like in RDA, people think I'm an asshole. Like Ross Dog puts up with me because I'm good. Or like most people, and you're talking about bullshitting, so I'm coming to your point and I'm being real. In my life experience, one way of going up the ladder, of getting promoted, is to kiss ass, which I guess I would term as bullshitting. Exactly. So you're talking about bullshitting is really not bullshitting. I'm being truthful here, right?
Yeah, man. Bullshitting is a very important skill because it's people find, let's say you're confident, and usually a bullshitter is. People find comfort in that. They find comfort in somebody being confident. I'd rather, let's say that there's a crisis. Wouldn't you rather throw, okay, you're going to get technical with me, but most people would rather throw their they'd like a leader to be confident, even if rather than somebody who's indecisive and being like, oh, I don't know, should I weigh this out? You just would rather have some type of plan than nothing, or bounce ideas off the wall till nothing happens, You almost need a bullshitter in a situation like that.
And people like strong, people like alpha, and people sometimes don't even really understand what the person is talking about, but they kind of give up their own independence because they want that strong persona. It's like not my thing on Nazi Germany is I don't think most people wanted to put those Jewish people in ovens, but they went along with it and they liked the strength of this Hitler guy. And that's the danger.
The whole oven thing started just because they weren't really starting to burn the bodies until the Allied forces started to move in because they wanted to hide their war crimes and less bodies, less shitty. Well, they were just having a real problem getting rid of bodies at that point. It was like an efficiency problem. They were running out because you had to dig a grave, right? So fuck it, burn them.
I thought it was based on efficiency, and the Germans, whatever you say about them, are systematically brilliant. And I thought they were. There was like a death plan. I remember there was some conference in Berlin, and they talked about the most efficient way of now. Killing one person, how do you dispose of that body? But they were talking about millions and millions of people, and I thought that's why they came up with the ovens. But I could be wrong there, sir.
Did you know
When
that
did the
Hitler?
oven?
Did you know Hitler and Henry Ford were pen pals? And that Henry Ford was like a blazing anti-Semite, and Hitler actually visited the Ford plants and kind of modeled his death or what I don't know what you want to call it, the death machine after that slightly.
Not slightly, man. He was a fan of. Now Henry Ford, folks, came up with an assembly line of being efficient in constructing automobiles, and Henry Ford came. There was this book called The Protocol of something, and it was about how bad the Jews were, and Henry Ford was a anti-Semite. You don't hear that a lot, but
not too often.
He was not only that, folk, but a lot of American companies were friendly toward Hitler, and I don't know if they liked Hitler, but they liked money, and you don't hear about that. It's kind of interesting. So we can say we're so righteous Americans. We're the best country in the world, but I think we were complicit. And Click might have talked about when the Nazis. We took a lot of Nazis after the war.
Sorry, go ahead.
You're not sorry at all, man. And we brought these Nazi fuckers back to America so they could work for us. So when it comes to we're so righteous and we're the best, but we are not pure. And Henry Ford was a major force in American politics. And now about the ovens, I might disagree with you. And when did they start those concentration camps, sir?
Shit, I don't know.
By the
they
way,
didn't really. I mean, they started out as work camps. Basically, the way they were pitching it was because the German people didn't really know about it, the way that the way things actually were, and that's another thing they were trying to hide that from the German people too, by burning.
Yeah,
but
I think they knew about it, but they didn't want to know about it. If you know what I mean.
Well, they didn't. They thought that they were just put to work or whatever. They didn't really know exactly, like the general population, because you got to remember Hitler had control of all the press and everything. Yeah. So what people wanted to know was only what he wanted them to know. So I don't know.
But people did talk, so I would think it's like a racist uncle that people might know he's racist, but they don't want to deal with it.
See, there you go. Cheese just he said loss at the Battle of Stalingrad made Germany put them in the ovens because the war was lost and Hitler couldn't move them to some island. I knew there was some reason. There was a ramp up of the. They really couldn't get rid of the body. They couldn't move people. They didn't have enough supplies. The supply routes were cut off, and so they were starving and shit like that. And because a living Jew is a lot better than a fucking dead Jew, honestly, because you can have them dig ditches and ramparts and all this bullshit. Bridges.
Well, that's not exactly true. When a Jewish family or Jews would get to the death camp, as most of us know, they would put them in different lines. And what Click is talking about is the Jews who could work, the Jews who were strong, were put in one line and they went off to work. And if you were older, if you could work, you went off on another line and you were put in those ovens. In that movie, Sophie's Choice. You know that movie there, Click?
I haven't seen that one.
You know what her choice was?
Herself over the. I don't know. Don't ruin it for me. I'll check it out.
Oh, you had like 20 years to watch that fucking movie.
I haven't even. I've only heard about it. To me, it sounds like a fucking chick flick. I've never really seen
It's so funny.
trailer for it.
This is a chick flick. So, man, this is Sophie's choice, right? So, Sophie was a Polish Catholic because not only Jews were killed, a lot of Catholics opposed to Nazis, a lot of mentally retarded people were killed. Anyway, she got to this concentration camp. And she had two kids. And she was in line. And there was this doctor like Mengele, little Nazi fuck doctor. And he said to her, here's the mother. He said to her, because he was a sadistic son of a bitch, the Nazis were. He said to Sophie, he said, you have a choice. You can send one kid off to be killed, or you can save one kid. So here's your choice, Sophie. Here's your choice. Which kid do you want killed, and which kid do you want to live?
And she made a choice.
That's a flick movie?
That's a chick flick, yeah. That's like a rom-com.
That's like a rom-com. Yeah, man. This big bullshit. That is Sophie's choice, and that is horrendous. And God forbid we ever have a choice like that. But sometimes we have tough choices for sure there, Click.
Is there a Sophie's Choice Award? Or am I mixing shit up?
Award. She got an Academy Award for that, man, and the movie was she had to become drunk because how do you deal with that, right?
Am I thinking of the Nickelodeon's Kids' Choice Awards? Maybe that's what I'm thinking. Where they get slimed. That's what I'm thinking of. No, so this Sophie's Choice. I guess I'll have to check it out, man, for real. Because I liked Schindler's List is one of my favorite movies, dude. That evil fucker that shot that kid, man, he's like one of the worst villains in any movie. Or one of the best ones, I guess.
Okay, well, talk about that. That's an incredibly. I have trouble watching that movie, but can you talk about why that guy is a villain?
Because he went above and beyond what was asked of him from the German government. You know, he just went. He killed that kid. And he did a bunch of shit. He killed that fucking lady just because she wasn't building the building exactly how he wanted it. I don't know. It just something about the way that he just, you know, indiscriminately, just so quickly, just pop. Or he's trying to kill that one guy and the gun's jammed like fucking 3 different times. He's just that like it sends chills through your spine, dude. You're like, oh fuck, he's gonna shoot that guy right in the fucking head. But luckily, that guy actually went back to the assembly line. You like that movie, Sam?
Yeah, like's a funny word, but this guy was not only he was indiscriminate, and there was a scene where he would go to the balcony, and there'd be Jews or anti-Nazi inmates, whatever they call them, and he'd take them for target shooting. And Click says, man, he's indiscriminate, but the whole system was based on indiscriminately, except for those workers, massacring millions and millions of Jewish people and non-Jewish people and anyone they didn't like. Let's talk about that movie there, Click. Why do you like that movie?
I don't know. I like to be reminded of how terrible life can be, because it really opens your eyes and gives you pause, and it gives you a second to look at your life and be like, shit, dude, my problems aren't really anything. They're molehills compared to the mountains these people had to deal with. I guess, I don't know. Like, so I guess that's why I like sad, like The Pianist. That was like such a sad, heartbreaking fucking movie. That one was fucked up though. There's a lot of like, I don't know, the violence in that movie was almost like a Tarantino film. Sometimes like they shot the fuck, and I don't know. I like wasn't it that movie? I think that they did the German people when they spoke. They didn't really. Sometimes they wouldn't put the subtitles in that, And for me, that makes it so much more terrifying because, or they did that in Inglourious Bastards, I'm sorry. Because, that's how it would have been for you. They're almost like these barbaric people. It changes it for you for some reason. Or at least for me it did. It was like, they don't even speak your language. Because in real life, you don't get that. You don't get subtitles. That sounded so fucking gay what I just said.
Yes, it did, man, but not more gay than you talking about wanting men to put their hands on ball sacks.
What are you so scared of doing that for? Does it stink down there or something?
No, it's just kind of fun to talk about. We're talking about mass extermination and to let off a little intensity, but I think you brought up a really important point, and actually I kind of just wrote about this, but I want to get back to something brilliant that Click actually did talk about, and I remembered it was from months ago, and I think about, I mean, I don't spend a lot of time thinking about it, but maybe a little. Click said he was talking about religion, and specifically, I think, Christianity and our Savior Jesus Christ, and you don't have to believe with me, but he said, you know what, you can believe, you can be a Christian or a Jew or anything you want, or you don't have to, but you can kind of live your life like it's true, even though you don't believe, because it's a good way of living. So when Click brought up the point about he watches his movies and it kind of reminds him of things can be worse, and he's kind of lucky. When I get in difficulty, like I had most of RDA, and I do like a lot of people, especially Ross Dog, and they're saying they want to murder me and all this shit. And I think, man, this is just such a small thing, man. This is just a particle of sand compared to what Jesus Christ, whether you believe he was crucified or not, what he went through. Or this Schindler's List was based on true effects. And the point is we can become so wrapped up in our inanities that we don't really recognize how horrible things can be, and how lucky we are, chat and viewers, how lucky we are. Now I've traveled all over the world, and people become even more patriotic when they come back to America. Damn fucking much, man. We're not perfect, but we are wonderful. We are the best. And even our poor people watch TV. Now, where my wife comes from, most people don't even have a bed. So I agree with you there, Click. I watch those movies too, and they're hard, but I get the sense of, wow, and I complain? And that's true. Schindler's List. Now, Schindler's List was kind of PG rated in the sense that we're trying to experience through motion pictures. We're giving up our sense of reality, and we're kind of buying into what's going on the screen. And I felt horrified when I watched those movies, but it's a particle of sand compared to what those people must have experienced.
Well, it's like
Go, Click.
Have you ever heard of the overview effect?
Yeah, I don't think I have.
It's like when astronauts, when they go in outer space, you don't see, like when we look at like Google Maps or anything like that, we see all these labels and we see all these borders and stuff like that. Excuse me, my throat's dry. But when you're up there, especially like on the moon, you see how small and how fragile life is, how it's just a little tiny little blue ball surrounded by nothing, and I guess like when a lot of times when these astronauts come back to Earth, they experience like this sudden huge interest in philanthropy and helping people and all this shit, and they call it the overview effect, but it's cool. Like one of the coolest pictures is I can't remember who took it, probably like Neil Armstrong or whatever. So somebody who was out there in space on the moon. Anyway, they took a picture, and behind them is nobody, right? And in front of them is the other astronaut, and then Earth. And it's the coolest picture because at that time, that picture had, except for one person, had everybody who had ever lived and died on the planet Earth in that picture. So it's kind of crazy. It's like mind blowing. So I mean, I don't know. I can't imagine how crazy it is to go into space and like the psychological effects that would have on you.
I heard that when they go out in space and they see all this stuff and they see the Earth, man, they kind of get sad when they have to come back to Earth because it's like they're as the hippies used to say, blown away by what they see, and also how beautiful the Earth is. How beautiful the Earth is.
Well, it would fucking, you'd start to think about crazy shit too. Like, I mean, Neil deGrasse Tyson, he's got this little video. It's like 4.5 minutes long, where he talks about NASA cutting the budget from like a half cent. They wanted to cut it. And he's like, why not double it? And then I was like, I don't know, man. That's kind of like double the budget. And he's like, at the end, he does his like, how much would you pay for the universe? And I'm like, wow, the way you say it like that, man, it's quite a fucking bargain, actually. Because he's right. I mean, there's all that space out there, all this material, all this, I mean, I guess land, if you want to look at it like that. But there's all this entire fucking galaxy, this whole universe to explore. And, I mean, honestly, that's the only way for us to escape extinction 100% is to colonize. There'll never be like we can never like mass, like move everybody off of this planet to another planet. That's not going to happen. It just is not feasible. There's no...
Well, I don't think you can say that's the only way because we don't know what kind of technology will come up. Now, I heard him talk... That's better than the Nazi sounds. I heard him say that persuaded me is we need to not only double but triple, quadruple because it pays off. You see, folks, because of going off in space, we developed new technologies, like navigation. So it's paid over and over and over. And to hear him, man. Want to give a couple dollars, you go to Starbucks, you buy one coffee. So it's crazy to me that we don't give more to that.
Because the way, yeah, you're right. It's about innovation. Because if you can find a way for a human being to get to Mars and survive on that planet, on that surface, right? Even one person, the technological advancements it would take for that to happen would spur such crazy, people like, so for instance, you could help people in Africa, or you could help people in Saudi Arabia or something, like places where it's arid. You figure out and develop ways to help people on Earth too from the advancements you make to get people to Mars. I totally agree with you, bro.
Yeah, in trying to go to Mars, we're developing technologies that can then be applied here. So yeah, folks, of course, and we don't, I guess as an American culture, we don't think ahead too much. That's where the Chinese have an advantage over us because they have these long-term plans, and also they have an advantage because they're ruthless. They're ruthless. They don't have to think about human rights or human dignity. They don't have to think about the Constitution, so that gives them an advantage, and it worries me. It worries me because I got divorced, and from divorce, that brought to me that we can lose it all. Things can vanish. Things can just disappear. So we shouldn't be arrogant. We should keep trying. And fuck, I mean, this political system frustrates me, Click, because I want us together as Americans, man, not divided.
Yeah, but together on what? Together on everything that you agree on?
No, not at all. Just agreeing that people aren't bad just because they disagree. They're still patriotic, whether they go up there and go against Trump or for Trump, or you know what I'm saying, man. We have more together as Americans than we do as viewing each other as some kind of enemies.
I think the liberals, in my opinion, in my experience, like with people on Facebook, and especially with people on Facebook, but like what you see in the news too, I feel like they just want to be edgy, and they want to feel like it's 1968 and they're in Chicago and they've got a purpose, and they feel so small, and because it's not a lot of businessmen out there making, shitloads of money out there protesting with Antifa. It's a certain type of person, right? So they feel so small and insignificant, and they feel like, well, shit. Even if I go to my Burger King job and make minimum wage tomorrow, I was part of a movement, that's bigger than me. I'm you know what I'm saying? And so of course it feels like I got to go against the establishment. This is my way of getting a notice. This is my way of making my mark in the world. That's what I feel like a lot of it is. It's just them trying to be edgy and trying to be cool. And they see a lot of like Seth Meyers and everybody on late night shows like fucking Colbert, and they feel like, oh, the boomers, they're just full of shit. I hate boomers. Orange Man bad, that whole shit.
I'm going to come back to something off quoted. A lot of people quote Winston Churchill when he said, when you're young and liberal, you have a heart, but when you're old, when you get older past maybe 20, 21, if you're not conservative, you don't have a head, meaning that it would be nice, folks. It would be nice, folks, if everybody could be treated cool and everybody got along like the liberals want, and people were just hippy-dippy. But we all know in chat and viewers in the real world, people aren't like that, man. Look how we all get attacked on this stupid thing called the internet. So liberals, a lot of them, do they really have work experience? It seems to me that most of them, if they went out in the real world and saw how people really were, maybe they wouldn't be so liberal. If you want to get back to socialism and communism, it's been tried. It doesn't work. It was called the Soviet Union, and in China, it doesn't work. So I kind of respect a liberal in a way, but it's just not real, man. And I get your point too. When you're young, you want attention. You think you're right, and young people frequently are. But I'm sorry, folks. Other people in the world, they're not like us. They're not concerned with human rights and dignity, like I said. So I'm not liberal. I'm conservative, liberal, all over the place. I think you're a dope if you follow anything down the line, or you follow any ideologue. What do you think there, Click?
Yeah, I think that you should. Oh, who's this?
Oh, he's back.
Hostbuster.
Will you shut the fuck up?
Who? He better not be talking to me. I'll fuck Hostbuster up. I think he might have been talking to
me. Come back, Hostbusters. Come back, Hostbusters.
Oh,
I'd be in trouble there.
He busted us, bro. He busted. He's back to his roots.
I do go on and on. I don't know, man. Here's the real narrative. I hope he's teasing, but I really don't know there, Cliff.
Well, I think even if both of us are full of shit, I think that the chat's enjoyed our discussion.
A million of them, Sam, and I know they're hiding somewhere.
Hello, Cosmic Cam.
My favorite. He came off. That's Cosmic Cam, man. That's Cosmic Cam. He's great.
Cosmic Cum? Did you call him Cosmic Cum originally?
Yeah. With Jimmer now, that Jimmer creep. And by the way, I hope Postbusters was kidding. I don't.
Oh, he
haven't been.
He was joking.
I hope he's a great guy. I wish Cosmic would come on. Anyway, can I talk about Jimmer now?
Go on, man.
Oh, people talk about Jimmer now, but I was there in the beginning. I was there by the way, I do go on too much there, Click, so cut me off, really. So I was there in the beginning. In fact, I knew Click like a year and a half ago. We were in the drunk Pawtucket Liz bisexual deviant sans chat show, but we didn't know that about him then, how bad he was, and Click went by a different name, and so Jimmer Nam was friendly with Sans. Jim and Ann would give Sans technical advice because Sans is even more of a technical dummy than me. Cosmic, come on, man. We're talking about Jim and Ann, and I'll bring up Cosmic because the most humiliating thing I ever saw was when Cosmic comes on and he's sincere. He's sincere. He wants to talk things rationally because he believes in people and goodness. And Jim and Ann, he tried to be cool with Jim and Ann.
I'll be back.
He tried to be cool cosmic with Jimmerman, and Jimmerman said, well, you're a musician, man, play music. And Cosmic probably figured, don't do it, man, don't do it. He's setting you up. And Cosmic has his goodness in him, and Cosmic sang for Jimmernam. And Jimmernam made fun of him and humiliated him. What did Cosmic do? He was just trying to be decent. And that was good.
All right, Sam, let him go. Let him go. He's got a quiet mic tonight.
What? I'm not doing nothing. Go ahead, Sam.
Oh, okay. Just
hanging
making
out.
sure. I thought maybe you were trying to get through and you couldn't. All right, I'll be back.
Cosmic might not recognize this. He might. It was a good thing, not good for him personally, that he got humiliated. But Cosmic, through watching that, people like me said, wow, man, I get it. This guy is bad. I've been following a cruel, bad man. I've been following a ruthless, sadistic man because he just got pleasure through trying to embarrass a decent man. And Cosmic, I don't agree with you all the time, and we should talk about the police. I seriously don't like your talk about the police putting them down, and we could do that silly, but Cosmic is a great person. He believes in the Constitution. And anyway, I think that was a good thing for people. Maybe not for you, Cosmic, but that helped to see the real sadistic nature of Jimmer Creep.
Well, I'm glad my humiliation goes. I guess it's for the greater good, huh?
It's like, when this hate stalker was talking about finding my address and maybe turning up and trying to hurt me, which is kind of a joke because if I have a legal self-defense, I'd probably shatter his kneecaps and he'd be a cripple. But maybe I'd be alone, or maybe, who knows, if he's crazy enough to show up my house. I mean, I'm not stronger than a gun. Even Bruce Lee wasn't. So anyway, I don't report anybody. I don't, but I'm hoping to maybe some good of it. And people can say, gee, we talk about not doxing, and yet here's someone within our group, who's talking about getting my address. So in that sense, Cosmic, you did help everybody, even though, man, that had to have hurt, because when you sing, folks, you put your soul out there, and Cosmic did.
Yeah, I mean, it's... Yeah, you're right, Sam. It stung. But, it was a necessary evil, right? It had to happen. Someone had to be the sacrifice.
And the cool thing is, too, that Cosmic doesn't have technically a great voice, not like any music school you could go to and find a number of people. But when you hear Cosmic sing, you get a reaction. I feel happy when he sings. So the irony is, he actually was a good singer, defined as people getting joy from a singer. So Jimmer Nam got that wrong, too.
It's not surprising, though. I mean, but it's... Jimmer can't help himself, right? It's just like a illness checked.
Well, we're going to get in maybe philosophy here, because religious, not religious. evil is a word, but it's maybe, they talk about pornography. When you see pornography, you know it. And if you watch Germinam enough, there's evil to me. He's just evil, man, because he wants to hurt people. There's.
Who said that pornography line?
I think it was a Supreme Court justice. I think his name was Douglas, and they were talking about the issue of pornography. Maybe this book Ulysses by James Joyce came in, and they were debating the question: what is pornography? What isn't?
And he was like, when.
Oh no, Cosmic! I can't hear him.
Can you hear me now?
There we go. That's better. That's better.
I'm sorry. I had my phone down.
So, Cosmic, click. What is pornography to you?
You mean like there has to be like a hard line?
There has to be a hard dick.
Well, I guess it'd probably be similar to yours. I mean, people fucking, blowjobs, eating out. Nudity in general, unless there's like some type of educational context to it.
Well. Nudity in general is pornography to you, sir?
Unless there's an educational context, like National Geographic, I guess. If you're an anthropologist, you wouldn't consider that pornography. If you're looking at a culture and trying to assimilate, I guess.
Or you go on YouTube and you type in mammogram test.
Yeah, stuff like that. I mean, now there's the context that if you're looking for that shit to whack off to, then yeah, that's porn.
Yeah,
it shouldn't be.
How about anti-pornography, man? They squeeze their little boobies. Cosmic, that's not pornography. Mammogram test.
But what if somebody's jerking off to it?
Oh, right. What is sexual to one person and not another?
Yeah,
good point.
That's true. People think,
technically, people jack off to feet porn, and that's not even
nudity, really.
Yeah,
it's weird. Yeah, you're right. Some people jack off to a girl just talking dirty. They don't even need to see her. Her whispering dirty things is enough for guys.
I like that sometimes. I like that.
Or filleting plastic. Cock, a dildo.
Yeah, that's true. It's another.
What?
Relating a dildo.
How do people they get on? I think it's why does somebody get their dick hard watching feet and not another? And Freud said it had to do with adolescence. When you go through puberty, and if there's a traumatic event, you develop a fetish. Like maybe you're going through that puberty state, and you're in bed with somebody and they rub their feet against you. I don't know, man, but that fetish stuff is kind of interesting.
I feel like people like that, they've had so much pussy, they're just sick of pussy, and they don't want to be fags, they don't want to be gay, so they're like, I gotta fuck her feet. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
No.
There's definitely that. My cousin used to run a lot of America, and he says when he'd go talk to cartel dudes who, they all get into
Can't hear you again, bro.
Burn themselves out.
That sounded like it was going to be interesting.
Can't hear me?
A little bit better.
Hold on, let me go get the laptop.
That's good. Now you're loud.
Fuck, I don't know what to do. Do you still hear me?
Yeah, you're good now.
But yeah, so my cousin used to run a lot of drugs from Mexico to America, and he said that when he would go meet the big drug dealers, the big time guys in Mexico, that they were all into midget porn and the bestiality donkey shows. It's it's like the Click said. It's just they've had so much pussy that a fucking fivesome is boring to them.
Yeah, they're sexually overstimulated themselves.
They're burned out. And then the same thing can happen with porn. You watch so much porn that regular porn just burns you out.
It loses its powers, kind of like drugs. And that's an argument against pornography because it seems to take more and more to get you off, at least to a lot of people. And then you're seeing these beautiful women getting off, and then not me, but many men go back to their wives and women, and they're not as pretty. But if those men weren't watching porn, they'd probably get off a lot more on their loved ones. And then they wouldn't have to talk about skull fucking to get off.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. I think that's something we all have to look forward to is your dick, like, just stop. I mean, you stop being so horny. Like, Sam's still a horny guy. Sam's 30. What are you, 36 now, Sam?
37. I had a birthday in November.
He's still a horny guy. But, like, eventually we're going to turn, like, you know, we're going to get, like, Frank's age.
Not me.
And then it's just not going to be, you're not going to be as interested in, you're going to be like sitting in like a lazy boy reading a book, and then like, you know, your wife's going to come up and be like, let's fuck, and you'll be like, I don't know.
Louis C.K., what did Louis C.K. said? Like, after the age of 45, your dick becomes 1% less hard every year.
Exactly, man. It happens, and eventually you'll be doing, I think maybe that's where a lot of that deviancy comes from, is like, God damn, this dick is just not working like it used to. I don't have any pills on me right now. I'm just going to slap this fucker against the bedpost and watch some girl shit on a corn cob. I don't know. I don't know where that comes from.
Tovar's.
Yeah. Tovar has a demographic.
The shit demographic, the feces, what demographic is that, man? People in mental institutions is sexually criminally insane? That's gotta be it.
What's his name on YouTube, Cosmic? Helen DeKeller or what?
I don't fucking know, nigga. I don't know.
He
changes his name like every 20 minutes.
Yeah, I know. I can't
Same with
fucking
Kenny.
find it.
I'm not gonna sit here and try to figure out who he is on that anymore. It changes every week.
He doesn't know who he is, Cosmic, because he says he's been stoned since 13. So if you've been stoned since you've been 13, you've had different levels of consciousness, but you've never been authentic. You've never been yourself. You've never been able to develop, to go through those developmental stages because you're always stoned. So that's why he seems young, too. When I see this guy, he's like 25, but he sure doesn't.
Talking about Kenny?
Tovar's or Helen Keller or Feces photographer. Man, he's never known who he is if he's been stoned, and now he's in the kratom and he doesn't like it. But I said, why don't you get off drugs for a while and find out who you are?
I don't know, but then that's a real conversation we can have. We can say, fuck what's porn? What's a drug?
Anything that alters your mind, I guess.
Yeah, but then you're talking about anything that gives you a dopamine rush. So you saying running and exercising is a drug?
I'm talking about, and you're a shaman, I'm talking about something that brings you to a different level of consciousness. Drug that does that. Mind altering. There you go, man. So what I'm saying is, if he's always been in different states of consciousness, how does he know what he's like when he's completely without the drugs? And that's why I think he has real problems. Why do I say he has problems? Because what is functional?
Yeah, but he has plenty of time to try to straighten himself out, you know. He's a young kid still. I wasn't perfect either. When
Not
I was
a young kid. I had kids. I was married. 26, exactly. Because that's what I'm saying. That's not a young kid. You think?
Everybody tells me I'm young, and I'm like, guys, I'm about to be.
You're
30.
not young.
Like, I'm
No,
not young.
You're not.
You're not young, but you're not.
You're old head.
Clickbait has told me I'm young, but literally, clickbait has told me I'm young. You're a young guy, Cosmic.
Young.
Because I am too.
Yeah.
You don't seem young, Click. But I wrote a story about. Remember that story about you, Cos? That's what my whole story about you was.
Sam, you sound 67 years old.
Yeah, you do
Get the
sound.
fuck out of here.
Yeah, y'all were talking about Sam being 30. Listen, Sam, I'm gonna be real with you. That whole like I'm 37. Like nigga, I don't believe that shit.
I can
at
hear
all.
his death rattle.
You don't have to believe it. There's no way except me showing up here. You believe whatever you want and base me on my words alone. I could be 70, 60, 50,
You're
20.
retired.
You do sound of retirement.
No,
He's a retired man.
I didn't really retire. I had to quit because of medical issues. Click, and I'm going back.
What
medical issue? It's kind of like it's kind of like CEO talking about himself going back to work. When are you guys actually going to do it?
IBS, irritable bowel syndrome.
Why go back to work? Buy some squeegees online and go fucking clean windows.
Just don't go to New York City. They put you in jail for that.
For cleaning windows?
I wrote a story about Cosmic, and I think he read it. And the whole point of the story was there's this man, he goes around, everybody likes him, especially children, because he's fun. He sings music, and he goes to his Aunt Maria's house for Christmas, and he's entertaining the children. He's telling jokes. He's Cosmic, like. And he goes to clean the dishes, and his aunt turns to him and says, you know, Cosmic, everybody likes you, but when are you going to get a job and settle down and be older and be a man?
Sometimes I feel like Sam is really sneak dissing me, like, but trying to do it in a nice way. Sam, you know what I'm gonna do it, Sam? I'm gonna do it when you go back to work. How about that? The day you go back to work, I'll grow up.
Is it like something to do with your stomach, Sam? That's going on? Why you can't go to work or whatever?
I don't know if this is a place to get into it, but I had an operation because I had high levels of something, and I really don't want to go into that. And they had to go in there and extract some things, but I'm off my point. I was going to talk about something semi-interesting.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. I totally distracted.
About me.
Yeah. Now, I have this quality, and people take it the wrong way, and Cosmic might be sitting there and saying, shut the fuck up, Sam. What are you telling me? It's not my business. But I think it's a basic question of like Jungian archetypes. So the archetype is growing up. And if he's happy, then don't. I'm not making a judgment value. If you go around happy and satisfied, that's a good lifestyle for you. But what do you want in life there, Cosmic? Well, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Where would you want to be? Because I happen to be one of those people that kind of likes goals. So where do you want to be in life there, Cosmic?
Well, the first question is, what do I want out of life? And I pretty much think I have everything I want. I just like being here on the planet with you guys. So that's enough for me. If I died tomorrow, I'd be pretty content with that. Goals? I don't know. I want to open my little yoga studio one day and die in the back of it. I don't want a house. I want to live in my yoga studio and die in it. That's my ultimate goal.
You don't want a family? You don't want kids? You don't want a family?
No kids. I don't want any kids. This world's too crazy for kids.
When do you think you're gonna die? Like if you don't get hit by a car or die in a plane crash or anything like that, or assassinated, if you were to just to live your lifestyle the way you are now, what do you think you're almost pretty much guaranteed?
Maybe 60 years.
That's what I kind of think too. I'm like, I'm safe till 60.
Yeah, after that it starts getting. But after 60 years old, I mean, come on, you're just being selfish. You know, like, haven't you lived at? What happens after?
No
60?
offense, Sam.
Oh, sorry, Sam. But what happens?
I'm not 60, but you can make believe. I have to agree that old people need to not only because they take up resources, but old people generations carry the prejudice.
Yeah. Sure.
When old people die, I think the world is going to have less prejudice.
Yeah, definitely. Once the boomers die off, and they're slowly dying off.
Yeah.
Well, there's less prejudice.
So
you're right.
Let's say less prejudice.
I don't know.
Like,
I guess.
I'm ready for the whole I'm ready for the whole stigma of weed to go away, and it's already gone, the weed stigma. But I'm ready for just like the last remaining old people. Like there's that old sheriff in South Carolina, and he raided all of the smoke shops and vape shops in his town because they had the CBD gummies. And then he was like all proud of himself at a press conference going, we took these marijuana edibles out of every shop in this city. And
Right,
they're like,
'cause
sir,
they spent-
that doesn't get you high. That's medicine. He was like, well, then why are they eating them if they don't get you high? And I'm like, this is the guy who makes decisions, everybody. Everybody give it up for the guy who just kicked in the door of businesses all over his town to steal medicine that's legal all across the country.
Idiot.
Let's give him a hand, guys. This is the older generations. These guys make all the decisions.
They go after the
Crazy.
people with gummies because they feel
Exactly.
like, oh, they're going to try to get them to kids, guys. That's what they're doing. They're targeting kids. Kids like gummy bears.
Yeah. You
So
don't
I
want
would
those
stay away from
CBD
the gummy
gummies. Those
bears.
kids are going to get zooted.
Yeah, I
I
deal
think
with just...
second-rate people like to exert power and bully people because if you're really bright, you would be thinking about these things. Now, to me, marijuana helped get me through college.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
But you don't
because-
smoke the wacky tobacco nowadays, right, Sam?
No, he does.
Man,
Everybody
I'm
must
stoned.
get stoned.
You get
Would
stoned?
not feel so all alone. The chat must get stoned. Oh yeah, man. I'm not stoned now, but most of the time on air I am. Aren't you?
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, I just didn't expect you. I thought you were like, I thought Sam would be one of those guys to say, I've never had a drink or drug in my body in my life.
Mm-mm. No,
Oh,
he's
no,
a drug
why you-
addict.
Man, I'm no drug addict. I'm no drug addict. But you know, some things are so
weed addict.
tedious. Those college classes, man, are so boring. And I smoked before that. The only trouble I ever had was sometimes the professors say, why are you giggling there, man?
Sorry.
I
I was
think
thinking
it
about a funny joke my friend told me.
Is it?
Oh, nothing. Why I'm laughing. Sorry.
Don't be sorry for laughing. No, it's functional is what I'm saying, cause it helps. And it helps more.
Yeah. Yeah, but then you get like a weird dependency on it. Like, because like if I don't have weed, I can't sleep anymore and I can't eat shit. I just can't. I don't get hungry. Food
Well,
doesn't
also-
taste as good, and it's hard
Also,
for me
there's
to fall
reasons
asleep.
why you... Okay. There's reasons why you're upset or bored or miserable. And weed masks a lot of that. Or like
Yes.
drugs, period. But weed too, you know, like... It's like you're supposed to feel upset or angry at somebody. You're supposed to feel sometimes even depressed or sad. And
Yeah.
I mean, because then you make changes. If like, and the reason I know this is because when I was put on probation for weed, you know, so I know, and I couldn't smoke it for 13 months. So I was like, I had to, you know, you have your problems. There's no way to get around it. You can't go to like, you know, you're not allowed to go to the bar. You can't fucking be around drinks. You can't drink. You can't fucking smoke dope. So you just have to face your problems like straight up. And there's, I don't know. There's practicality in that. There's like,
Yeah.
there's value in
The
that, I
longest
guess.
ever
But I
went
mean, it
without
just
smoking
sucks.
weed
It does
was
suck.
like the first. It was like the first 2 months of me hitchhiking. I didn't have any weed because I was going to the south and or like the southwest, and I just wasn't gonna look for weed in the southwest. And it like took 2 months, and I had the same experience, kind of like where I started to actually have to deal with the issues I had going on in my head instead of just getting high and shit.
Yeah, you're not clouded. You're just like you're super focused. You know exactly what you know. Instead of masking those feelings, and even like it's not like weed's like heroin or anything like that. But it's just like you know, there's reasons why you feel bored. You should feel bored sometimes because of boredom. You're like, holy fuck, dude, I gotta go do something.
It's
Well,
not
yeah,
a
just means you're too content.
Yes,
not a black
exactly.
and white but the good part about getting anger or dissatisfied is it motivates you to do something about it, to get off your butt. I had this argument with Jarvita. Now, people have different views. Freud said people construct and do good things in the world because they're sexually frustrated. And when we go through puberty, something happens in the brain. I was thinking about this before puberty. I saw some friends showed me a picture of a pussy, and I said, "Wow, man, that's kind of ugly. That looks like a little blue beaver, man. Why would people want to have anything to do with that pussy?" And then some hormones started happening in my brain. I said, "Man, I want some of that. That pussy is good." I don't even, intellectually.
Right before that, you were scared that they'd smell funny and stuff like that.
It just looked ugly to me. If you look at it without the hormones, it's that little pussy with hair growing on it, and but there's that brain stuff, right? I mean, even like look at a butt. I was talking about this other day in chat. Biology, nature is so beautiful, but it's black and white too. Like I shouldn't say black and white. It's like the butt, the female buttocks is so beautiful, man. And I'm not thinking about it, but if I say artistically, the brain is such a beautiful thing. A nice pair of female buttocks. And yet, even though there's this beautiful thing, you open it up and it's a shit show inside. There's something beautiful. At the same time, if you go
inside, Sam, what are you doing, man?
The anus, man. But the buttocks itself, the outer side, man, is so beautiful, right? And
I don't know. As I get older, I find buttholes attractive now. The girls nice.
Really?
Are you giving these chicks proctology exams? What's going on over there? You don't gotta go that deep.
I don't know. Click. That's you're saying. So a feature of getting older is more appreciation of anuses.
Sam, just put your thumb in there for starters. While
Yeah,
you're going
just-
doggy.
you
I know you're a big fan of doggy.
Just give it a tickle. Lick your finger and give it a tickle and see what
Yep.
happens.
Maybe the only time things have gone in my own butt is that doctor, and it doesn't feel good.
Not even a little bit.
I want to allow myself to think that way. Are you saying there, Click, the man who talks about always wanted?
Wasn't it a little bit exciting?
No.
Hell no.
Never. I dreaded it.
Okay, I'm just
You
testing
find
you.
it exciting.
Just seeing who Sam Hill really is. Okay, all right, you're an honest man. I believe you.
He got up right behind his ear and said, "Don't worry."
I don't think it's controversial that most men probably don't like that.
I've never
that
gotten
dog-
one. I've never had one.
You're not at that age yet. The only reason Sam's at that age where he has.
No, man. I went in some organizations where they did it, and I was let's see,
Eyes wide shut.
An organization.
What is this, like the Illuminati? No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I don't think it's controversial that most men probably don't like it, and I got it done. I was probably 16.
Jesus, 16
long
and they were
time
going to
ago.
your butt?
Also, I had this thing called
back in the 60s. Sorry, keep going, Sam.
in the 60s. Man, I'd love to live in the 60s. That would
Hell
be my
yeah.
favorite time to live, man. You got me.
Sam was a Black Panther.
No, man, I had something called all these sex when I was 15, 17 with all these women. And I woke up one morning and I had like this. I'm going to get gross here, so people, you might not want to pay attention. I had this green stuff coming out of me. I had this green stuff coming out of my dick, and it turned up, they just call it non-specific urethritis, and that doctor stuck his thumb up my butt, and I don't like it.
Well, that's
Jesus
true.
Christ.
But if you had a
So,
pussy,
yeah.
do you think you would have liked that more? Anymore? You're a guy.
That again?
Okay, so if you had a vagina and an asshole.
Yeah.
If he stuck his thumb up your vagina instead of your asshole, would you find that any less weird, being a guy?
Well, I mean, I've been around women and I've gone to doctors with them. I've been in the room, and that's no pleasurable, man. That's no pleasurable having that doctor stick his finger up the pussy. But I get your point. I guess it's how you stick it up, which is what Cosmic might have talked about 5 minutes.
What I'm saying is, if you're a woman, you're already having things inserted inside your body, so anal isn't really that beyond the pale of what's normal for a woman.
Yeah,
And have you ever had like a really hard long turd, Sam, that you had a hard time pushing out?
Hell yeah. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Cosmic can take over on that one.
We've all been there, Sam. That's pretty much
Nah, see,
what I
like
assume
me,
it's like.
I know what you mean, clickbait. I don't do constipation.
Or something, man, you feel that's a relief of discomfort. So yeah, go back to Freud again. His whole thing was, well, we get pleasure, we have discomfort, and we get relief. So yeah, I'll get your point.
So I don't know.
I don't know how it relates to the anus, man, or the butthole, or the asshole.
Yeah, clickbait. I don't do like discomfort and like constipation. You know, I got people in my life who are like, I haven't shit in 2 days. I've been constipated. Not me. The first time I sit down and I go, oh boy, I'm constipated, I fucking strap in. I said, nope, we're delivering this one. I am not gonna walk around. This is gonna hurt. I might get a hemorrhoid from this, but I'm not about to.
We have a stool in the bathroom from when the kids were, being potty trained. I'll stick my fucking feet up on that, like a squatty potty, and just like really, because your sphincter is shaped like where you're supposed to put your fucking.
Yeah, we're supposed to squat.
Yeah, you're supposed to put your knees like into your shoulders and just really fucking push.
That's how we're designed.
So when you're just sitting in like a 90-degree angle, it's not a good angle for your asshole.
That's why, like, when people make fun of China and India, where they just have holes in the ground, well, they're actually shitting the way they're supposed to shit. We're the ones shitting improperly.
My Filipino wife, they squat over there.
Yeah, and
in a hole.
Does she use God? What is it called? A trapo? Does she use a cup in the shower?
Well, actually, she was kind of middle class. They had
Is that a poor thing to do?
But they didn't have water in the house, so they, you do your thing, and then you fill up the little bucket with water, and you flush it that way. But if you're I don't know what they call it, Cosmic, but they have like a plastic bowl, and I guess after they do their thing, they wash themselves. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. A lot of my Filipino friends, even though they were like rich over here, their parents would still have that little bowl in their shower.
She has it. Yeah.
Yeah, they're used to like sudsing up and then pouring the water on them that way. It's weird.
I was going to ask.
That's a whole Southeast Asian thing, though. I forgot what it's called.
We talked about anuses and turds and
porn.
Washing. Porn's fun to talk about. I mean, I like talking about booties and boobies.
Yeah, it was a good conversation, wasn't it? It was fun.
Yeah, I had a weird, not weird, but we're talking about booties. That I went to Philadelphia, and some women, I won't get into race, but it seems like this one racial type, their booties, man, are bigger than their heads. I mean, they're just like another part of the body. And I was eating in this like cafeteria type environment, and this lady comes around and she's cleaning off the dishes, and she bends over, and her booty hits the there and knocks off the fucking knives.
Black chicks have the nicest fucking asses if they're in shape. Like, it's crazy. But then they have dreadlocks like the Predator. So it's like that. No offense, Cosmic. But Cosmic's a dude, He's supposed to have dreadlocks.
Dudes are supposed
I remember the first time I slept with a full 100% black woman. I had to give it all I had. I had to fight for the whole fucking
Right.
island of Ireland.
Because you know what
I don't
she's
get
used
in
to.
there. Yeah, she's used to, man, dingo, and I'm walking in there with my 6 going, okay, Cosmic, let's fucking figure this out, son.
You know what you ought to do with those black chicks, Cosmic? Go straight to fisting them. Don't just be like...
just trying to get it all in there.
Do the Doug the Farmer on that bitch and fucking just go to town, man. And then just have her suck you off.
So romantic.
What,
Man,
Sam?
the first time so romantic. The first time I had a black lady, and it was back in the South, so we got a charge from.
It was right after desegregation. Sorry. He met her at school. And she was a little black girl, had to be followed in by the National Guard.
It was the chick that put FDR in a wheelchair.
No.
Sorry, Sam. Go ahead.
No. I saw her in church. I saw her back, and then I went and got communion, and I went back to the pew, and my brother said, "You see that black girl in front of you, man? She was looking at you." And later on, I didn't know who she was, and anyway, later on, I was in drama with her brother in high school, and he came up to me. And I wrote about this, and he said, my sister's an artist, and she's in this art class, and she wants to draw a picture of St. Augustine, and she wants you to pose. Anyway, all this went on, and we got together, and I ended up taking her to the lake, and man, I had sex with her in the water, and I'm thinking I'm real white, real white, and I noticed, man, when you're sliding up and down and you're in her, and I remember thinking, man, the colors are so cool, that black and white, and I'm thinking this is how the races should begin to get along, man. We should be fucking each other.
Hell
So
yeah.
you're for racial interbreeding? You're
I
pro...
remember after I fucked that black girl, I rolled over and I told her, I think Dr. King would be proud.
Oh, yeah. Like, I have a dream.
This was the dream he was having. That one day Cosmic Cam will go in there with his Irish 6 and fuck a black girl.
I have a dream, ladies and gentlemen. One day a dreaded young-headed man will come across some big-booty black bitch and give it everything he got.
Everything he's got. Hell yeah.
He put the balls in that motherfucker.
I want him to go balls deep in that bitch.
Oh, man.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. King.
That's what he meant, man. Integration fucking, because that's going to get rid of prejudice. Everybody's going to get the black and the white till eventually everybody has a little bit of both. So, but that was a great king, by the way, man. You just came up with that on your own? Wow.
I rehearsed that earlier, to be honest. I was waiting for a Martin Luther King reference the whole time. I finally got my chance.
My first fucking with a black lady, I gave you that opportunity, but man, that color thing, did you get off on that too, man?
Yeah, I thought about that. Yeah, I thought about the same thing, like all the racial history, like, damn, we used to own these people. We used to fucking own these little octoroons.
Was it like the end of Sorry to Bother You? Okay, you haven't seen that. Never mind. Carry on.
No. I'll be honest though, that's like that whole race thing, that I think a part of like Cheese's Native Americanness is like why I dig her so much. Cuz I feel like if I fuck Cheese, that's the end of like the Indian genocide. We'll never talk about it again. It's over now, guys. I had sex with a Native American girl. Like we're not mad at the Natives They're not mad at us anymore. We've come together. Look.
Who was it that said that Jay poked a bunch of holes in that Swiss cheese? Who the fuck said that?
I don't know. But that was good.
Somebody was on here. I can't remember who the hell said it. I'm so high. I'm out of it. Yeah, man.
Jay and his fucking huge hog. You're right.
That chick fucking rubbed one out on stream too, like the Cosmic. Cosmic said, come on, baby girl, rub that clip for me. You know you can work it.
Come on, baby girl. Bite that lip. Go ahead. Don't be nervous. It was what's sad is after Ross's stream, like yesterday or whatever she streams 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. At the end of it, like we think we're off air, and I started fucking with Cheese again off air. And like during the outro music, you could just hear me go, "Damn, Cheese, you looking good tonight, girl. You look like lunchful, like a whole entire snack, girl."
It's like,
so you're fucking with her.
Oh, Hostbuster. I mean, Cosmic.
God, over here fucking diddling her clit to good Hostbusters.
That's right, baby. Rub that bean for me.
I'm a beta and he's an alpha. What can I say?
Smell them. Smell those fingers, bitch. He's smoking a cigarette, a long one with like the wood tip in like the corner of the room.
Yes. I love your clickbait impression. Beta male.
You just see the fucking rim of his glasses, like from his phone screen, like the shadow on his brow, and a lit cigarette.
just the amber every so often getting bigger and then kind of
just the two reflections of his phone on each lens, and that's from his phone and a lit cigarette. That's it. And it's like, work it, baby. Is he still here? He's still here. I love Hostbuster.
I hope so.
If anybody can take a joke, it's my boy.
I hope so. He can take a joke, but I don't know if he's going to take my jokes.
Oh, we'll really? You're going to put him to the test?
I don't know, man. Did he get mad at me? Maybe I should have brought up his woman. I don't know. You know, this is the fun thing about doing a stream. I was going to say podcast with a new person. You know, it's going to be fun, but I don't know, man. I've been banned so much. I don't want to be banned by another on-air partner.
No, just be cool, Sam. Just be cool, man. You'll be good.
Yeah, man. You know, cool. Cool is the opposite of expressive. That's the problem with cool, right? That's what cool means. You don't show your emotions.
Yeah,
I don't know. I guess yeah. Maybe you're over emotional then, because you seem to. If you're saying you've been kicked out of every other place, maybe your emotions are too strong.
And am I delusional? Delusional? Have I been kicked out of most places? In fact, I was kicked out, and my co-host Cosmic took over.
Sam, what you gotta do is just learn how to stream. Then nobody can stop you. No one can stifle your creativity. You will have nobody else to blame for your lack of success or to share your abundance of success with, if you are, you're the guy.
Here's kind of a cool thing. I started a show with Cosmic, and I wanted him for months and months and months, and I wanted him for my first show, and I finally got him, and he came on, and he replaced me before the podcast ended, right? So he went on with the show, and he did great. It was Cosmic Conspiracies, and he quit, and I took over for him again. And then my show ended, and guess who's back on Saturday night? So me and Cosmic seem to go back and forth. I don't know. I think that's kind of cool, Cosmic, and it's not a dislike thing. I like that Cosmic, or I wouldn't have picked him as my co-host. So if anybody's going to be replacing me, and he did, I'm glad it was Cosmic.
Well, Cosmic, I didn't have any power in that situation. It's not like I made these decisions.
I didn't have any power ever in those decisions.
Ooh, shot at Ross. Just joking.
No, I'm not saying.
I'm just kidding. Come on.
Ross came up with his channel, and I signed on. I can have my own channel, and we've been fighting since this order. And guess what? He gave me opportunities, and we made peace. And without Ross, there'd be no work from me.
Wasn't the show named Disorder bound to fail from the start?
No.
The name itself, it says that there's going to be chaos. It's going to be, I don't know.
But people Ask Your Chat. You haven't taught you. Have you looked at chat in a while?
No, I don't get a chance. I have to either listen to you or look at chat. I can't do both because You know, because then you'll be like, right click, and I'll be like, huh, what? And you'll be like, see, guys, this is the problem. Click doesn't listen.
That's true.
Fuck off. All right, but hey, I gotta go to bed, man. I could talk all night with you guys, though. It's been fun.
Okay. Peace, guys.
Hold on, Click. Can I make an announcement? Click.
You sure can, man. Go for it.
Guys, just want to let y'all know I got a Christmas care package from Ian Ellis, and I'm gonna be doing an unboxing video tomorrow on Cosmic Brother Cam channel. So
what time?
I'll put it on the Discord. I don't know.
Oh, you got acid from him.
Well,
shit, I ruined it.
Yeah, no, well, who knows? But that's not really important. That's not the important part.
What is that channel? How can we see that again?
Just type in my username, Cosmic Brother with an A Cam. Don't worry, I'll post it everywhere. And somebody, you know what will happen is Ian Ellis LLC. They'll repost my video. They'll take my video and repost it. So don't even worry about it. Just go to Ian Ellis LLC. Sure, eventually it will pop up over there.
And my turn, Click, right? Folks, yep. if Hostbusters is still gonna not be, if he's not mad at me, come check out me and Hostbusters tomorrow night, 11 Eastern on Hostbusters XL. Peace out.
Good night, everybody.
One more thing, Clickbait. One more thing. Well, this could be off air, but I just want to tell Clickbait. Clickbait, I got a call from who today.
From your old lady? From Connie?
Not Connie.
The daughter.
Uh-oh.
Right?
Yeah, she called me today. Anyway, so have a great show, guys.
Cliffhanger, guys. You'll have to tune in next time.
Until next time.
Good night, guys.
Only on